I haven't had the opportunity to read anyone's notes yet.
That's fine, you don't need to.
It's fine, I uploaded mine at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. I definitely didn't read Adam's, least
I read
of
them
all.
when I woke up, like, the morning paper. And then I also read Rose, which I had only skimmed yesterday just to be like, I have to know that Rose didn't hate this case.
Honestly.
Jay- Like, we'll get into it, but it's kind of like astounding how much better this case was than every other case we've done so far.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't dislike any, like, I had a good time with all the other cases, but this is like leagues above that.
I knew that was gonna happen, but I was still scared. I was nervous.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say something.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I made a single prescient note on this entire case.
That's not true.
The first note of yours I read, Adam, was back to the sad, sad horse, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's extremely prescient.
Oh my god. Incredible.
That's because Edward's front profile is the same as a horse to me.
Oh.
I knew what you were talking about.
He has a very sad horse, though.
He's such a sad horse. He's got so much sadness for a horse.
Poor thing.
Hey, friends. Want to record a podcast?
Devin's doing my job for me. I appreciate it so much, because you know that I hate doing that
That was
job.
a beautiful cold intro, Devin.
Yeah.
Thanks. Now I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, so...
No, this could be our
fucking
lore
life.
episode where we establish how we met and recorded a podcast together.
It all started 15 years ago.
We told this story on the first episode, that part of it.
It all started really 15 years ago when two people met in school and were
Yeah.
both very sick in the head for the exact same characters.
No, Devin told me something really funny this week that I did not know about this concept of us being sick in the head about the same thing. Do you remember what it was, Devin?
I sure do. So I was thinking about it when we first met because, like, replaying this case specifically kind of like unearthed some stuff. Where I remember when I first started talking to Jay about Miles Edgeworth, and I'd only played up to like the Steel Samurai case, so I was still just like, this guy's an asshole. Like, he sucks so bad. I hate this guy. And Jay was like, all right, we'll see for how long.
I have no memory of this.
I think the next time we spoke, I was like, oh my fucking god, Miles fucking Edgeworth. And Jay is still doing that to people to this day. As this podcast is evidence of, hopefully.
Clearly.
I guess we'll find out today if that's what's going to happen.
How you enjoyed Turnabout Goodbyes, people whose first time through this is?
How do I feel about it?
How do you feel about it?
How do I
Are you
feel
sick in the
about
head
it?
yet?
I'm getting there, I'll tell you that much.
I'm a little cold on it so far, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this was actually my least favorite one. I lied before. I lied just a moment ago when I said I was getting sick in the head about it.
Do you want to say more, Adam, or do you want to...
Well,
We'll
here's the
work
thing.
through it.
I think I need the last third of this case.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't like this.
I wouldn't
I don't
either,
like this
but-
one karma guy, and I need
No.
to see him incinerated
Whoa.
live on it.
Kind of intense.
Yeah.
I need to see this man get crushed in one of those big crushing machines.
This guy needs to blow up,
Yeah.
and I can't stand the fact that he's still out there right now.
That's true.
So fair.
Yeah.
Also, I realized that I've been making a really key mistake these past few episodes when predicting the prosecutors that we're gonna see.
Yeah.
And that's that the version of the video game I am playing right now is the trilogy of the first 3 games. And
Yeah.
therefore, the 3 prosecutors that we are seeing are likely the key antagonists of the 3 games.
Yeah. It has been extremely fun.
And I only realized this when I stepped into the courtroom today.
That's very funny.
I mean, it makes sense. You've got, like, this one game in your head, and you're like, where are all these characters?
Yeah.
But we got one comma today. We still do not have the other two.
I mean, it's the same guy. We've been against the same guy for 3 cases in a row. Well, arguably it was a different guy last case.
What do you mean the same guy?
This is just Edgeworth turned up. Like, Edgeworth even says this himself. This is just Edgeworth squared.
Edgeworth says, hey, you know how fucked up and scary I am? What if there was a guy who was that but worse? Yeah. What if there was a guy who's that but, like, his voice
even
was
has
so
some
much
of the
deeper,
same animations.
but a little more sultry with it?
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Alright.
Von Karma is a little more sultry with it. That's my 2 cents. I'm throwing that in there. I think he and the judge have a sub-dom thing going on.
God, he's so fucking right.
It's the energy we're bringing today.
Yes.
This is the 11 a.m. on a Sunday energy this podcast has somehow.
I'm gonna have to make some changes to my notes.
This is the I'm still in pajamas and I've only just had breakfast energy. Adam's
What?
making their notes just a little bit sluttier.
Funnily enough, Von Karma's hands are not yaoi hands. They're normal sized hands.
Oh, maybe
interesting.
Edgeworth's still got some,
Keeping
like,
track of
growing
this.
to do.
Yeah,
So he's, like,
Because-
grows into them. You know, like, how cats have, like, really big paws sometimes?
like a
What?
lynx.
Like, a kitten will have, like, huge paws and they just, like, grow into them.
So you think Edgeworth
You
doesn't
think
have
he's not
yaoi
done
hands? He
growing
just
yet?
needs to become a giant
Yeah.
man. Okay.
Edgeworth, like, he dresses like a lobster and there's a reason for that.
What?
He dresses like a fiddler crab.
Oh Jesus.
They also
He's gonna
agree.
have
Everything
he's
comes
gonna
back
have
to
one
crabs.
giant yaoi hand that he does to wag his finger at the defense attorney.
I hope I never see that animation again. It makes me so angry.
Why? He does a little
It's a good thing
kissy
I was
face
playing
when
this
he
on
does it.
PC and not on DS, because I'd have thrown that thing.
I wish they added the audio effect for him going tusk tusk tusk.
Yeah, we've got a finger snap. Why not the tusk tusk tusk? But-
See, you know what's funny about the finger snap? Because it does like a little flash every time he does it. I thought he was just like slapping the desk really precisely to make that sound.
Incredible.
I was wondering, I saw that in your notes, and I thought, is that a typo?
No, it wasn't a typo. I did just think he was slapping the desk. Until I think someone makes a reference to it later on in the case, and they say that it's a snap, and I was like, yeah, it's not as cool.
I thought he was, like, maybe hypnotizing people somehow. Or at least trying to.
That would be
Hypnotist
that would be a
versus
spin,
spirit medium.
wouldn't it?
That's fucking
The snap
as
was
hell.
the well, he does it really often after issuing a command.
I want to see. Yeah, you know what? You're right, but B, I really very much want to see a battle of the supernatural between the defense and prosecution. That would be
I'm sure
very,
that's
very
probably
cool.
never going to happen.
Who can say?
Who can possibly say? I want to see a spirit medium summon the dead person who was murdered, and the prosecutor be a professional hypnotist. and also sleight of hand magician for other reasons. Is this your autopsy report? I think not.
That's the best fucking thing I ever heard. Alright, do you want a summary of the case, everybody?
I would love
Yes,
a summary of
please.
the case.
I had to omit so many things. Partly because I realised I was just talking about Edgeworth and actually not about the case. And also, there's a lot that happens, so we've outlined as much as we can. We'll get into the rest of it.
Oh yeah, we should also mention this is only like the first half of it, right?
Oh, yeah, very important. We played up till
Yeah.
the end of day 2 of the trial, so
It's a
there's
big
still
case.
many things to go. Here we go. So, Turnabout Goodbyes opens with a scene on Gourd Lake where 2 people are speaking on a boat surrounded by fog. They discuss how it has been 15 years. I haven't put 15 years since what? I've just put 15 years, but there we go.
They didn't say
and-
since what, so...
True, that's why I left it out. Anyway, and one of the people says that he has suffered so much in that time, but now is his perfect opportunity for revenge. He says Merry Christmas as he fires a gun, and one of the figures falls into the lake. The last scene shows Miles Edgeworth holding the gun, looking shocked. We cut to the law offices where Phoenix and Maya learn that Edgeworth has been arrested on suspicion of murder, and of course they head straight to the detention centre. Edgeworth declines our offer of representation, saying that while no one else will defend him, he definitely doesn't want us involved. Because Phoenix has no sense of boundaries, he investigates anyway, and we learn that the victim is a defense attorney called Robert Hammond, who is involved in DL6. We also learn that Edgeworth was involved in DL6, and that Edgeworth, Larry, and Phoenix all knew each other from school. Random bit of backstory there. Edgeworth, resigned to the fact that we now know about DL6, lets us defend him. In court, we face Manfred von Karma, Edgeworth's mentor and legendary prosecutor who hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. Through our cross-examination of Gumshoe, we learn that Hammond was killed by a gunshot wound, and we receive the gun and the bullet. Then we cross-examine Lotta Hart, a university student and investigative photographer. It's a nightmare trial, and only thanks to Maya getting herself held in contempt of court do we get a photo which shows the moment that the gun is fired, which is with the wrong hand compared to Edgeworth's prints. And we bag ourselves another day of investigation. We start day 2 talking to Maya, who's losing her channeling powers and unable to summon Mia for help. Later we meet Lotta again, who through some trading of information tells us who the second witness is, the caretaker of the boat shop on Gourd Lake. We head to talk to the caretaker and also meet his pet parrot, Polly, who we love, and the whole ordeal is full of comedic value, if not completely useless. As we turn to leave, however, Maya asks Polly, what have we forgotten? The parrot says, don't forget DL6, and we get locked out of the shack. Through this, we decide to get more information about DL6 from Gumshoe. We learn that the victim was Edgeworth's father, Gregory, and that there's many parallels between that case and this one. The second day of the trial is an absolute car crash. The caretaker identifies Edgeworth as being at the scene of the crime, and Edgeworth actually gets declared guilty. However, Larry Butts pops up after the verdict announcing he was a witness, but he remembers things differently. His testimony reveals the murder happened at a completely different time, and we are able to pretty much summarise how the murder actually took place, and that it was the caretaker who committed the crime. When the caretaker is asked to return to the stand, it is revealed that no one knows where he is, and the case is postponed until the next day. After the case, Edgeworth does not seem relieved at all. He is distracted and says to Phoenix that he needs to talk about a nightmare that he has. A nightmare of a murder that he committed. The scene ends, and that's where we're at.
A beautiful
That is what
cliffhanger.
has happened. A horrific cliffhanger. It's great.
A beautiful... Phoenix, I need to tell you about a beautiful dream. That's actually what happened in my version of the game. It's weird that you said that, Devin.
Oh, really? Wow, I thought I
Yeah.
picked different options. I thought something else might happen. Damn.
Oh, yeah, it's also worth mentioning from the top that DL6 was the case that Edgeworth's dad did that involved Maya and Mia's mum that resulted in him... Someone summarize it better than I can.
So in DL6, Gregory Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth, and a third person, a bailiff called Yanni Yogi, were trapped in an elevator after a earthquake. And when they opened the door to the elevator, Gregory Edgeworth had been shot. And then, for some reason, they called in Misty Faye, Mia and Maya's mother, to ask the victim who shot him. And the victim, Gregory, said that it was Yanni Yogi, but Robert Hammond, who's the victim in this current case, got Yanni Yogi off the charges. And that's where it stood until today.
Yeah, so this ties back into case 2 and a little bit of stuff that happened that was like mentioned in Turnabout Samurai as well. Because DL6 has been like that prominent thing that's been hanging over the Faye family for eons now, and it also ties into their relationship to Edgeworth as a prosecutor.
Yeah. A lot of threads happening right now.
Yeah. It's almost like a culmination of a story that's been built upon through the past 3 cases. Almost. Not quite. Anyway, Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
This is our Christmas special.
Well, do you want to know? For 1.0, I organized this so that the episode about this case came out on Christmas Eve, and I might do it again.
Do it.
I haven't
Wow.
decided
Almost
yet,
Christmas
but there's a
means
good
it wasn't
chance.
Christmas.
There's a good chance it's almost Christmas.
Yeah, we release it in like September. It's almost Christmas, but it's not Christmas.
I mean, in fact, do
Hell
we
yeah.
want to reveal what month it is right now? Because it's really funny.
I think that is really funny.
It's July. It's
It's
27
definitely
degrees in the room that I'm sitting in.
Christmas in July.
I love a Christmas special.
We're living as the Australians do.
I'm curious to know, Adam and Ro, your reactions to when you first see Miles Edgeworth
Yes.
in that first scene.
It's pretty clear what I thought of it in my notes. I was gonna go, like, when I first saw the cutscene in this one, because I feel like there has been a sense of levity to a lot of the, murderousness that has happened, for the most part in the series. Like, even in the previous one, like, in Turnabout Samurai, a guy dies, and dies in kind of a gruesome way, but the entire case is sort of surrounded by, like, this jovial goofiness that makes you not take it very seriously. And, like, that's fine. That's very Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the series. But, like, the way that this one was presented felt like a lot more gritty detective noir. Like, the black and white scene setting, the two figures on a boat talking about something very serious. One of them dies in mysterious ways. And then you get that really, really good shot of Edgeworth looking at his hands like, dear God, what have I done? And yeah, like, that completely hit me out of left field. I did not think Edgeworth was going to be the person that we have to defend in court.
However, I knew that Edgeworth was the defendant. So this did not hit me as well. Here's the thing. It's a little pro tip, little gamer tip from me to you. A little trick for solving this case is to be on Tumblr for the last 12 years. And you're going to have picked up a lot of things through cultural osmosis.
Oh god, that's so tragic.
I think I've
Yeah.
been on Tumblr for longer than 12 years, and I've just never seen anyone blog about Ace Attorney.
Sorry, 12 years, 2012, that's probably about right. Yeah. Well, I have. I've seen every single year on a designated date. They love to say a certain line, which we will get to later in the episode.
I've seen those posts as well, but they've always been fully devoid of context.
Well, that's the thing about me. I'm a little bit of a context hunter.
Wait, did you
And
Google
also,
things?
not only did I know things about this part of the case, I also know some things about the part of the case that I haven't played. And I think that probably has dampened my enjoyment of it a little bit, because I had so much fun in the last case not knowing anything.
Adam?
What's up?
I think the context hunter is actually the guy who narrates the intros to episodes in Hunter x Hunter.
I think if I was a hunter, I'd be a context hunter.
That's very lame.
We call that journalism.
Okay.
where I'm from.
It's kind of mean.
Sorry.
I really like this opening cutscene because we talked so much about how the first two like show you who did it, and I think especially Adam, you were like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And then we had the thing about the metaphorical like setup of the third case, which made really good points about how that casts us as like part of that, or like it like metaphorically or allegorically sets up that
With a moon.
cartoon with a moon. It's not a cartoon, that's what threw me off. I'm just gonna call it that forever. Yeah, and then in this one, like, it kind of goes back to that first thing where it's like, oh, we see the person holding the murder weapon, but, like, presumably everybody is like, I don't think Edgeworth shot this guy.
Yeah.
So it's like a subversion of that. I don't know, I think it's really fun that they, like, set up a pattern for two and then mess with it immediately.
Yeah, I did like that a lot as well, because it was very obvious that, like, even if he was the guy that did it, we would either establish that he had a justifiable reason or whatever, and we would be working to get him out of, a guilty conviction. He's got to be in the other games. He can't still be a prosecution lawyer if he's been convicted of murder.
Well, we know, that there are two more prosecutors in the next 2 games, so...
Yeah.
And both of them have been convicted of murder. One of them killed someone with a whip, and the other one killed them with laser eyes.
How is he supposed to Ace Attorney investigate
Optic
He's
blast.
investigating
if
from...
he's been executed for his many and varied crimes?
Yeah.
I really, this is just like a side thing, but like I really like that there's just a lot more like art. Like there just seems to be a lot more like visuals and like little bits from different scenes. I mean, a lot of it is DL6 art, which I will never get out of my brain and like unfortunately is burnt into my retina forever. But like, I don't know, there's something nice about that.
I'm nodding.
Great.
I have to say
Famous
whenever I
podcast
do
nod.
that, because maybe I should just say yes in future. I don't feel like that. That doesn't feel like me though. Should we trounce our way through the events of the 2 days and a bit that we
We should do that.
experienced?
That sounds good.
Yeah, can I start?
Go right ahead.
So we're hanging out in our office, and the TV is talking about Gourd Lake, mentioning that there's a hot new phenomenon. Has someone seen a monster on the lake called Gordy? They mentioned Nessie here, which is really funny.
Same
Scotland confirmed.
Scotland confirmed real in the Ace Attorney
Scotland
universe.
Road, yeah. And I'm like, okay, they're talking about Gourd Lake a lot. This is probably going to be relevant to the case. And then immediately afterwards, we get the news that there's been a murder at Gourd Lake. Oh wait, there's
Crazy.
some stuff here with Maya. She's losing her powers. She's got to do more training.
It's really funny to think that her outfit this entire time has been basically like the blue belt of a spirit trainee. And that she like apparently gets a different outfit once she becomes like a professional spirit trainer. I mean a spirit medium.
Do you think she's ever going to pass?
No. They don't they're not gonna make more art for her, I'm afraid.
Sad.
I think it's very funny that the first thing that happens is they introduce a globster and immediately say, "Oh, it's a lot like Nessie, who definitely isn't real." but this one?
Monster? Is that what Globster means?
Globster is the specific term for like I don't want to say scientific term, but it's like a widely used term to describe like when these organic masses wash up on like beaches and stuff that are like mostly unrecognizable. A majority of the times when they are recognizable, it's big dead whales, but usually it's just like massive mounds of like animal carcass and fat that people will say, "Hey, come check out this weird monster I found," and they call them globsters.
I see.
Yeah.
I had a silly thing to say about this. So Phoenix is watching the news, and he's like, reporting about Gordy? What about some real news? So in the last case, there was this magazine in Will Powers' dressing room that was like, wolves on the moon or something like this, or like wolves are on Mars, and he was like, damn, I really need to get that magazine. I am so intrigued by like what this man thinks is realistic and what he thinks isn't. Is it that he's so used to lake monsters that he doesn't think that that's worth reporting, but wolves on the moon is like new enough to be exciting? Or does he think that lake monsters don't exist, but wolves on the moon definitely? Like, what is going on?
Do you know what it is, Devin? Do you know what it is?
Please tell
like,
me.
He lives near Gourd Lake, assumedly. I don't imagine it takes him like, you know, a 5-hour commute to get to the place he needs to do 20 minutes of investigation at and then leave. And he can just like go there and see for himself. But he can't go to the moon. Phoenix Wright doesn't get to go to the moon enough. So he can't say assuredly whether or not there are wolves on the moon yet. I assume this is going to be relevant in the next video game.
It's going to be the last case. It's going to be about the wolves on the moon.
The last case is going to be like the Hounds of Baskerville, but in space.
My take on this is that we know what wolves are, right? And we know what the moon is, right? So it's pretty easy to
established
draw a
facts.
line between the two. But if you want me to recognize a whole new monster, and I've been alive for like 20, how old is he? 23, 24 years, that's a big ask. I'd seen a lot of animals at that age.
Yeah.
And also, when I saw the photo of this thing, I clocked it for what it was immediately.
I saw that in your notes and I was like,
on. I gotta just check my notes real quick about something. Oh, yeah, sorry. More specifically, it wasn't just wolves. It was wolfmen. It was wolfmen on Mars.
Well, we
So,
know what men are.
Phoenix
yeah.
Wright knows what men are.
So true. All right.
Oh man.
I'm happy with that.
We've got to get out of the office. We have a hard out today.
We've got to go to
So
the lake
true.
and look at this
Alright,
big
alright.
lump.
Well, no, we got to go and talk to a sad horse, I think.
We got to go talk to a sad Yeah. So Edgeworth has been detained. Why?
Killed a guy.
This time it's murder. I think that bit really hit me out of left field. Is like it transitions from the newsman talking about Gordy to being like, oh shit, there's some other news at the lake. This time it's murder. Real good. Like that was verbatim how he delivered that, which is really, really funny to me. I feel like that's quite representative of how that kind of information is delivered in American media as a whole, though, which I find very, very strange. But yeah, so the first thing that Maya and Phoenix do is they go down to the detention center to see Mr. Edgeworth.
He's not having a great time.
Yeah. He also doesn't want to see us, specifically.
Yeah, and he won't tell us shit. Stay in jail, you...
Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the first
But
thing
we
that
are
happens-
nosy.
Yeah, we are very nosy. The first thing that happens is that Maya says we've all been in jail once or twice. Like we've all been here a few times, right? And Phoenix is just
He's
like,
not
yeah,
Been
yeah,
in
don't tell
custody
anyone, though.
yet.
Phoenix has been in
was.
custody. Yeah, he was
He
detained.
was
Yeah.
when White accused him of being the murderer, and it's really unclear.
Oh,
because
right.
It's not a reversed shot of the
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah,
So-
we just have to assume that the detention facility looks exactly the same on either side of the wall.
And we don't ever get to see the front profile of Phoenix,
We don't ever
Yeah.
get to see the other side of the guard.
which is maybe a relief. Guard has a new line.
Yeah, he's
I didn't
scared.
see it.
He's
Nervous.
paralyzed in the presence of Miles Edgeworth. Good stuff.
We even show Edgeworth our shiny badge, and he's not interested. I can't tell you how devastating that is. We got a shiny badge. Come on, my dude.
He starts laughing at us when we show him our shiny badge.
Yeah, what a mean kid.
What a mean little kid.
I don't know if showing him the badge is required to continue. I
don't
didn't show it
think it
until
is.
later, and I don't know if I didn't check, but I feel like I unlocked the next line I needed. I need to pull up the transcript real quick.
You mean you're not compulsively showing everyone your shiny badge?
I was doing that
Damn.
at every opportunity this episode.
No, I got to a point where I was kind of at a loss. And Gumshoe had mentioned showing off the badge, and I think that's their funny little trick to edge players into doing this.
Yeah.
And so I went to show it to Edgeworth.
I think it's if you show it to him the first time, he laughs at you, and if you show it to him the second time, it's after you've got a bunch of information. So then he's like, "Yeah, okay, you could defend me."
Yeah.
So maybe only the second one is.
No, he still laughed at me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you were just particularly funny that day.
Yeah.
Phoenix is funny.
He's got a weird face and stupid
Hey,
hair.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Also, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth has like normal hair for the kind of person that wears a cravat.
Yeah, it says here, the option to ask, did you do it, only appears after what happened, Gord Lake, and presenting attorney's badge.
Did you do it? It's one of the most fucked up lines in this case, and there's a lot of fucked up lines in this case.
I mean, he's got to know, right? Like, did he?
You gotta at least have
What
asked.
if he did?
You
Yeah,
got to
like-
go into court and he's like, yeah, I did it. And they're like, did you even ask him?
Edgeworth knows how the legal proceedings work. Like, if he's got a defense attorney, the defense attorney needs to know what is legit and what isn't. You don't, like... A defense attorney's job is to make sure you don't get a guilty verdict. It's not to, like, go to the court and be like, yeah, sorry, they said they did it, so...
His response is also, think what you will.
Which is so helpful. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna be real. Edgeworth is, like, the least helpful person we've ever had to defend. Like, Larry was an idiot who did not give all the information because he, like, forgot stuff and didn't provide proper context for stuff. But Edgeworth is just like, I don't want to tell you about it. You're gonna go to jail and then get killed.
You know Yeah, when you put it that way. This man. It's ridiculous.
I don't have time for this mopey emo man to not tell me whether or not, like, he shot a guy. It's important. There's a plot twist during the second trial that wouldn't have been a plot twist if Edgeworth was just like, oh yeah, here's what happened, by the way. It's wild, but yeah, we eventually have to go and get a bunch of info around the place before we can represent him.
Edgeworth is basically like, I don't want you to represent me, and Phoenix is like, okay, I'm gonna go and just do all the investigation anyway. And then after he's done that, he comes back and Edgeworth's like, well, I guess you already know all the stuff that I didn't want you to find out about, so I guess you could defend me now.
Honestly,
That's how it works.
Zagreus and Phoenix have a lot of parallels. And I will never get off this.
They both have spiky hair.
Mm-hmm.
They both have
no boundaries.
They both have no boundaries. Both of them would kill a dog.
Whoa!
They're friends with grey
Holy
hair.
shit!
That happened. There's a bit later on in this case where Phoenix makes a joke about killing a dog.
Jesus.
He jokes about using the dog as bait. He doesn't say it's gonna die.
I feel like putting a dog on the end of a hook and throwing it into a lake in order to have a big monster put its mouth around it is killing a dog. At the very least, it's being very, very, very mean to a dog.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, it is a cop.
So true. Damn, I'm
That's
conflicted.
Ah.
Speaking of cops, while Phoenix is investigating and, not respecting Edgeworth's boundaries in any way, we do talk to Gumshoe, who is so, revved up and so, we're gonna get him found innocent. We're gonna get Edgeworth found innocent. And his, loyalty streak is now just, on speed. He's, having a fucking time. And he's, trying to be as helpful as he can with us, which is, worth noting.
Yeah, and the reason he's doing that is because he's the reason that Edgeworth is so committed to getting guilty verdicts for everybody is because he trusts the cops and we always get he trusts us to always get the right person. Yeah. And there's zero self-reflection here whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this all takes place in Gourd Lake when we meet Gumshoe. It's Christmas Day?
It's Christmas
Yeah.
Day.
It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day in Gourd Lake, and it's you and Maya and a bunch of cops and Gumshoe looking for murder evidence on Merry Christmas Day. And it boggles the mind that Phoenix didn't get Maya a little present or a little gift.
Yeah, and she specifically asks, and he's like, no.
And I wrote this in my notes as well. If this game had the ability to have, extra art for people to be in Christmas outfits, not Christmas cold weather outfits, that would have, pushed this even further beyond. That would have been perfect for me.
Right. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But nobody gets alternate outfits.
Well, Larry does.
The most
Larry-
important character.
Later on, is literally dressed as Santa.
But it's important. Kinda. It's not really.
It's genuinely not, which is the funniest thing about it. They just made that. And he's wearing it for about 8 dialogue boxes. And that's it.
And one splash screen.
Sure.
Yeah, that's so much effort to go to. It literally added nothing to the story. I don't really understand, but hey, Larry Santa, I don't know.
It shows that he's committed to marketing.
Yeah.
He's also committed to his girlfriend, but we'll get into that when we actually...
I can't believe Larry isn't even here yet and we're already talking about him. This is a disaster.
Well, we're not that
He
far
is
off.
next, right? Yeah.
Oh, he is.
We meet Lotta first, I think. And then we meet him on the
you're
way
right.
back.
You're right.
We go to a section of the public beach and find a big camping ground and a sign that says no camping, which is so cool and rebellious. So there's this beat up SUV and a bunch of shit spread out on the floor and a camera pointing out to the lake with a shotgun mic connected to it. And earlier in the day, when we first got to the beach, one of the first things that happened was Maya stole some party poppers, because if there's anything that you should know about Maya is that she loves to do petty crime, and I really respect her for that. But she tries to scream to get the mic to like trigger the camera, which doesn't work. But apparently the sounding the party poppers did work, which is surprising to me, because like it's like a big shotgun mic pointing out toward the lake, and I would assume that she wasn't standing in front of it, because then her feet would get wet, and it's very cold, and it's December. So I'm very surprised if anything was going to set it off, it was that, because those microphones are like very, very precise in how they pick up audio. It also seems like a bit of a weird choice if you're trying to get a range of audio to cover like an entire lake, but I guess it makes sense if you're trying to like do the thing that Lottie is trying to do.
There are two magic things in this world, and they're spirit mediums and weird mics that can pick up stuff from all directions, even though they're not that kind of mic.
So anyway, we're introduced to the first all-new, brand-new character that just dropped today, Christmas present. This is the girl who is taking pictures and looking for stuff. Her name is Lotta Hart, which is the first pun name that I found genuinely charming.
Oh, I was in the other boat. I was like, they're really phoning this in now.
I just thought it was cute. That's all. I just thought it was cute.
I love her so
It's
much.
cute, and she's cute.
She is cute. She is cute until she isn't.
She's cute until she gets in our way.
She never did anything wrong in her life. I don't care.
I think the point where I was really like, okay, is when she mentions that she goes to country U in the heart of the heartland. And I was like, all right, this is what we're doing today. Maybe I was just in a bad mood when I did this case. I don't know. So the thing about Lotta Hart is that there is a cultural difference between her and all the other characters, in that she is from the south. I wonder if this is transferred over from the like original version of the game, like the Japanese version, and she's from like Okinawa or something.
I was thinking it was like that, have you ever read that thing about Yakuza where they're like, everyone talks like they're from, I can't remember the name of the place, but it's the place that Majima is actually from, or like the real version of what it's based on, obviously. But they were like, yeah, a lot of Yakuza people like play up as if they had that accent because it makes them sound tougher, and a lot of actors in Yakuza do the same thing. So I thought she was from that kind of place, but it might be Okinawa. Let's see. But you can carry on while I look this up.
And that translates over into the translated Americanized version, where she is a southern woman who, they do really lean into the stereotype. They make her out to not be super smart, which is kind of mean. And it's a whole deal. Even though to me, like, okay, I live in a country with regional differences. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to say I'm normal about this, but a lot of people aren't. I take it back. A lot of people are not normal about regional differences.
That's very true.
Sadly. There's also like a weird line later on in the case where she's like, "Oh, you might think that all Southerners are like this or something, and that's not true. It's just me. Like I'm like that." And it's like, okay, this is anti-stereotyping. You are what? I don't understand.
Yeah, like one of the first things she says when you meet her is, "Just because I might be dumb, don't mean we all are," which I thought was very funny.
Yeah.
Hart was the designer's idea of a stereotypical person from Osaka. Apparently, the developers in the Osaka Capcom offices did not appreciate the implication that all people from Osaka are cheapskates.
Why is she a cheapskate in the original version?
She keeps asking Phoenix and Maya to pay for all the film they wasted, but like
that's not
they
being a
did do
cheapskate.
that.
That's justifiable. Like they keep wasting her camera footage, and she's a college student.
Yeah.
I mean, look, in the year 2024, film prices are through the fucking roof.
True. So
It's,
true.
it's a fact, and that's when this is taking place. Is in the year 2024. So yeah, because I've been showing my badge to everyone, I showed it to Lotta, and I just really like the way Phoenix hands it to her, and it's just like, here's my badge. He's just like really awkward about it, which I think is really adorable.
But you have to show her your badge, because she won't let you get a word in edgeways until that point. because she's freaking out about the camera. So we're at 2 required badge interactions so far this case that they realize maybe they've been building up to it this whole time. You've just been carrying this badge around for 3 cases now. It doesn't mean anything. But here it is. So she tells you she is a research student, and she is pointing her camera out to the lake to capture falling stars, which immediately is a red flag because they don't make noises unless something's gone very wrong.
Bunch of stars fall in Gold Lake. What?
But we don't question this.
It's very obvious that she knows more than she's letting on. And she is intentionally not telling you about it. But she's the first person where it's been like... like, she did that and I was like, you know what? You do your thing. Like, she goes into the SUV to, like, retrieve some of the pictures that she took last night because the camera responds into loud sounds, so it's likely that her camera had pictures of when the gun went off last night during the murder. And she goes into her SUV to tamper with them, and it's very obvious that she's probably gonna tamper with them. And then you just kind of leave.
I didn't get that impression. I thought she has like a little dark room in her SUV.
Yeah.
And she had to develop the photos in there.
Which, fitting darkroom equipment in an SUV is impressive.
It's pretty funny.
She's very dedicated.
And then I'm not sure what happened. Oh, right. So here in my notes, I went to the police precinct for the first time because Gumshoe gave us directions there.
It's the only place you can go to progress from this point.
Yeah. And as soon as we get there, I know this little guy.
God. Now that I know him, I hate him more, I think.
You saw a little guy?
Yeah. There's a
We
little...
see the
They
blue
glued,
badger.
they glued a little man to the wall.
I love him.
They glued a little man to the
Little
wall.
freak.
Okay, first thing I need to make very clear is the blue badger. Hold on, I need to Google image search the blue badger because this is not what I remember him looking like.
But this is like the prototype, right? If you examine the blue badger, the chief reveals that it's his design.
Yeah, the one that you see in the police precinct for the first time is very different. It's like yellowy and kind of weird looking. The finished also like looks nothing like a badger, not that it ever did. And then you talk to the chief about it, and the chief of police, the guy in charge of
I think
the
it's just
police
chief of the division.
the king of all the police forces in Los Angeles
Okay.
says, I am going to make this man the mascot of my department if it's the last thing I do.
Be serious about this.
I couldn't give a shit about crime. I have a dream.
Most valid thing a cop has ever done.
Honestly.
It is ridiculous. So he's got this weird little freak taped to the wall. There is actually a lot of stuff to say about the police precinct. And a lot of it is bad, unsurprisingly.
I pointedly left out some of this in my notes.
So here's the thing that we've probably made clear is that we don't like cops here. And we have a lot of justifiable reasons for this. One of them is the really creepy, scary guy on the left side of the screen is sitting at his computer desk and like mumbling response phrases to having a gun pointed at someone,
Is that what you got?
Which is every time you go there, he's doing a different, like, response training thing. Like, the first time it's guns. The second time it's, like, suicide prevention. The third time it's, like, being an undercover cop.
I only got the third one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, like, randomized or what, but, like, the first time I went there, it was like, oh, put your hands against the wall. No, I don't want to see any movements and shit like that. And I was like, it's like stereotypical serial killer behavior to be mumbling that kind of shit to yourself, just in a room practicing what you're gonna do when you finally get to pull a lethal weapon on someone's back.
He's doing like those online like safety courses. I don't know, has anyone else had to do those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing those, but for being a cop.
Yeah. Scary shit. And also at the very back of the room, it's like kind of one of the most prominent things because it's like right at the dead center of the screen, immediately above the chief, is a poster of a policewoman in uniform. and it turns out it's like an issue of like a Babes in Uniform magazine,
Yeah.
I don't think
God.
I've ever noticed this.
which is
It's-
just gross.
It's a
Yeah, that's
calendar,
horrible.
I think is the
Yeah.
exact thing.
So like there's a lot to be said about that existing in this game in particular, about this game doing this hilarious thing every so often where you think it's gonna say one thing and then it immediately says another much worse thing.
Yeah.
It never does this in relevance to like the actual narrative of the story. It's always just like the dumb little jokes that it makes. But like take a moment to be like I never even looked at that and was like, oh yay, woke police stuff because there's a woman there. I was like, oh cool, it's a picture of a policewoman, and then they were immediately like, oh, this is like weird fetish shit that they're just putting like horny bikini art up in their office because they're like disgusting fucking cops. And I was like, okay, fine. Relax, back off. I didn't need to... Like, everything about the police in these games paints a picture of, like, complete incompetence and almost to a malicious extent. It's crazy how much I hate the cops in this world, and how Gumshoe is like constantly treading a line between someone I really don't like and someone I can tolerate purely because of his existence in relation to the police department.
The thing I love about Gumshoe is that he is so easily manipulated.
It's very funny, actually.
So we go back to Lotta after this. I don't remember what happens at the precinct. I think is this where Gumshoe is like, oh, I want you to help Edgeworth because he's my coworker. Smile.
Yeah, basically.
Smile.
And
I'm like, yeah, whatever,
think-
dude.
we get the autopsy report, and this is when Maya sees the picture of Robert Hammond, and she's like, I remember him.
Oh yeah.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. Yeah. So then you can go back to the office now, and she like remembers, and it's like, oh, it's something to do with Grossberg, or you can just do that later. Like, I think this is one of those
Everyone's
things that's just
favorite
gonna happen.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best guy.
The most memorable character in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy of video games.
And he's not even there. He's not even
not
there.
even-
You
Not
got
even
other
there.
shit.
You have to go away and come back. So annoying. Which I know is like his thing, but like, come on.
But first you go back to Lotta, and she gives you the photo. She says there were two bangs last night, and she gives you one photo.
A single photo.
And then immediately is like, hey, I realized that I witnessed something last night, so I'm going to go turn myself into the police and not talk to you anymore because I don't like you. Because I'm on the side of the police.
Yeah, literally, my note here was, oh dear God, she's so red-pilled she may be beyond saving.
And I'm just standing there like, please give me the other photo.
Please. At this point, after 3 cases of this bullshit, I'm like so deadened to the fact that I'm not gonna get all of the information until the day of the trial. So I'm just like,
You've learned
I'm
the
just
game. Well done.
I'm just doing what I can. I'm making my headway. I just want to like, I'm gonna ask you so nicely for that second photo, and if I don't get it, I guess that's just the way it's gonna have to be. I know I'm gonna get it eventually, and I do.
Lotta's line specifically here, I forgot that I wrote this down, is I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops.
Yeah.
Which is such a funny line to have in this game, where they are so obvious about the cops being extremely bad. It's interesting, right? Because like later on, after Lotta like testifies and stuff, she's kind of like, sorry, I got way too gung-ho, and it turns out that I didn't know anything. But she's not like, maybe I should think about how I see the cops. But it's kind of pointing out that she was like, that was part of her going way over the top. I don't know. They approach it and they never,
Yeah.
they never quite get there.
It's very hard for me to say decisively whether this game wants to paint cops in a positive manner or not. Like, it's like Gumshoe being sort of a bumbling oafish guy is not really like, that's a thing you get in a lot of media that it doesn't necessarily have the intention of like wide brush painting cops as a bad force, even when they have a character like Gumshoe who's just kind of a goofball, just because they want to make a character that's endearing, right? So when Lotta says this, I think to myself, oh Jesus, oh God, oh no. I don't know what this game wants me to think about the police. And I don't want to think about the police after what I saw inside of their office.
I think, like, it's in a kind of really sad way. It only ever goes as far as to paint them as, like, our, like, enemy. And, like, it's, again, like, I think I said this about, like, how we treat the murderers in this case as well. Like, in a lot of the cases, it's, like, it's about us versus them, not about, like, them as an institution. So it serves them to paint them as, like, a bit crap and a bit, like, whatever. But it's just not trying to open up that wider critique. But it does serve the narrative of just the antagonists.
It is a bit of a shame that it doesn't open that critique, though, because I feel like in a game
Oh god, absolutely.
where so much of your cases are built around, oh, this established individual has been proven in the right by the law, or this person who is like an authority within society has been deemed infallible by their social position. And your job as the defense attorney is to like tear that down brick by brick. It's a real shame that this game doesn't get more in depth in how those systems of power come into place and why they're bad.
Yeah.
It's a much more personal narrative that it's trying to tell, which kind of means it disregards a lot of the wider societal issues that it like barely touches upon.
Absolutely.
Correct.
While they are also the premise of the video game.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It is very much a game where you are a lawyer.
Specifically a defense lawyer.
Like, with Gumshoe, it's so funny because he's so bumbling, but, like, in this case especially, they're like, oh, look, he means well. Like, he would never... like, he really believes in Edgeworth, for example. And then, like I said earlier, they never draw attention to the fact that, like, Gumshoe, according to his own belief in, like, how Edgeworth works, is, like, deeply complicit in getting a bunch of people presumably locked up / executed for not doing anything wrong.
One of the lines he says is, he trusts me to get the right man each time. And considering the previous two cases...
Says, oops.
Considering the previous two cases, I don't know if Edgeworth is very as trusting of Gumshoe as he might think. And that's why I wrote that other note that was like, Gumshoe is so devoted to Edgeworth that it makes me think of an evil lackey who's in too deep and would like see the world burn to make their master happy, which is very, very funny to me. Like the goon whose villainous superior is just like, oh, I'm so sad there's not more fires burning and babies being eaten. Tragedy. But yeah, so Lotta's gone to the cops to give her testimony. And then we go back to the public beach and Santa's there!
Hi, Santa.
Yay!
Merry Christmas. It's still Christmas Day, by the way, and Santa's working around the clock.
And there's some flags? Question
Oh, no.
mark.
I want to talk about these flags.
I don't think the flags...
I
Whoa. The flags aren't there. The flags aren't there yet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The flags are not there until we come back the second day.
Are they
Yeah.
not? Oh my
No,
god, I thought
there
they
is
were
no
both
flags. There is
times.
no big inflatable thing.
Well, alright, we'll hold off on the flags then.
Yeah.
We'll
Hold
come
on.
back to
There
those.
is a banner that very clearly says "Samurai Dogs." So yeah. Santa rips his head clean off, which is kind of scary. And underneath Santa's facade is our dear friend Larry Butts, who immediately starts being a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the very first thing he does is he sees Maya and like fawns over her a little bit, but they drop it pretty early on, so it's not that much of an issue. But it's still just kind of, it's still a little icky. But it's very funny that he is working round the clock on Christmas Day in a park where no one is because there's a murder to try and sell hot dogs that no one's going to eat because, again, the park's been closed on account of the murder that happened last night. And Maya really, really wants to eat a hot dog, and it makes me very sad that so far in the case she hasn't gotten the opportunity to eat a hot dog.
It's sad.
It's very sad. She has a lot of moments of conversation in the cases where she talks about wanting to eat something, and she never gets to eat anything. And that makes me sad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a secret ending for this case where if you don't pick Missile, she does get to eat a hot dog.
I had to pick Missile for the achievement, though.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, you don't have to take him out.
It's true. But also
She
he's
did
a
not
dog.
get a hot dog though.
She did not get a hot
Sad.
dog. Someone else got a hot dog. But yeah, Larry is working because his new girlfriend, whose name is Keonce?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Keonce? Or Keonce? I think Keonce is funnier. Because his new girlfriend Keonce has been like supporting him in this enterprise that he's currently doing, and he wants to be able to earn a lot of money to be able to spend it on her, which is very funny considering that you find out in a bit that she is like a supermodel.
And he's selling hot dogs at the abandoned beach.
What a guy.
Yeah, how does he do it?
How does he
do
sell
it?
them?
No. How does he get into relationships with models?
You know what I think it is? I think he's a cuck.
I shouldn't have asked.
What? Okay, like, you are presented in a situation where a man is in a relationship with someone else who is never there and is constantly in other parts of the world, and you are, like, giving them lots and lots of money. That reads to me as either, like, a sugar daddy or a cuck. And I don't think Larry is like, rich enough to be a sugar daddy.
Is that an easier kind of relationship to get in than just being with an attractive woman normal
For
style?
Larry, yes.
Okay.
For
Alright.
Larry.
Yeah.
His supernatural power.
I don't think that man proved that he also can't be in a successful relationship with a dog. Animals hate him. Anyway, you talk to him about Gordy, which is more interesting than the murder that happened.
Yeah, I got a note here that's he gives us a newspaper article showing the picture of Gordy that started this craze. My note here says, quote, "Gordy looks like a big hand."
Maybe
Remember
a hand
this.
that can hold a big gun.
Gordy is the killer.
Gordy's fingerprints are all over this place. There was a brief period where I genuinely thought Gordy might have been the killer, and I'll explain my justification for that in a minute. But it is also important to establish that in the newspaper clipping, it also says that the picture was taken following a loud bang. And
Yes.
what do we know about loud bangs, folks? It's that Lotta has a camera that takes pictures whenever there's a loud bang. Takes a lot of pictures whenever there's a loud bang. It is very surprising that the audio effect makes it seem like that camera takes like 8 or 9 pictures every time that a sound goes off, but we only ever see like 3.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to take 1, but for some reason Maya is cursed, and it takes a billion around her.
It's all the spirits. They'll just keep pressing the shutter button.
Yeah.
Is this
Oh, we get some
also
Edgeworth
talk
backstory
about
here.
Edgeworth, yeah. So we find out that they all knew each other from school. Oh, has that earthquake already happened at this point as well with Edgeworth?
No, that's later on.
Yeah, that's later.
Oh, okay.
They're all
Yeah,
friends
it
in
casually
school.
drops that Edgeworth's dad was a defense lawyer,
Which is wild.
to which Nick has 0 reaction. Then we go back to police. I don't remember why we go back to this precinct. I did not write it down.
It's because you have to go back. I don't. Oh no, wait, no, you don't. You don't go immediately back to the police. You go to Well, in my instance, I went back home, and that's when Maya remembers who the person in the autopsy report was, Robert Hammond.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Grossberg time.
Yes, it's Grossberg time.
Oh.
The first thing Phoenix says to Grossberg is, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. I don't think you're supposed to say that, Phoenix.
It's true.
I mean, it might be. We haven't established this yet.
No, this is an important interrogation technique. You gotta put him on the back foot right away.
Do you want to hear some hot gossip?
The first thing I did when I spoke to Mr. Grossberg was, of course, I showed him my badge. And I can't fully remember what the interaction is, but it's something like I wasn't expecting from Mr. Grossberg, and that it's something like very earnest where he expresses his sympathies to Maya about everything that happened during DL6. And I was like, oh, that was actually, like, kind of sweet. Because as soon as he showed up, I thought he was going to be, like, the exact same character from Case 2, where I was just going to not want to be around him.
Yeah, he's a lot chiller in this one, for sure.
He had, like, a lot to say about practically everything you can give him to examine, except anything to do with Gordy. He doesn't give a shit about Gordy. Which is crazy, because, like, At the moment, he's the most likely person who could be the murderer.
But you know, is Gordy real? We know about wolves, we know about men, we know about the moon. Do we know about Gordy is a murderer, you know?
There could have been a crossover episode in Steel Samurai where he fights wolves on the moon. Considering how the moon is like an important character.
Right.
So true.
We found out about DL6, which we covered in the summary. We found out that the dad's name is Gregory Edgeworth.
Yeah, it fits. I think the only thing that doesn't fit is how plain he looks.
Yeah, I was surprised about this. And this was cleared up later on, because it doesn't really befit Edgeworth. However, there is another figure that appears, and it's like, oh, okay.
Ah, this is where he gets it from. Got it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what Edgeworth must have like looked and dressed like before he met that guy? He was wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
And then he stepped foot inside of a vampire's mansion.
That was the best one.
Become my
Oh,
child
God.
of darkness.
Remind me to send you some of the like concept art for Edgeworth, like before they finalized his design. It's horrific.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jay, do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I do. I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't remember.
Oh god, I'm about to show you something awful.
I've got a question. When you guys like talk to people, when do you present them things? Because I always present them stuff first before I talk to them about anything.
Generally, I don't unless I think it's, like, the way to progress.
Oh, I always present people stuff because I like the conversations.
Well, I got tired of the conversations being like, I don't know shit or dick about this.
It's funny because Grossberg tells you all of the information you need to know about DL6 through the evidence that you give him, and then you like talk to him about it, and it's like, oh, I clearly did this in the wrong order, because he's like, you show him the picture of Misty Faye, and then he talks about Robert Hammond, and then you ask him about DL6, and he's like, oh, that man, that must be Robert Hammond, the prosecutor during the DL6 case, and I was like, yeah, you already told me that.
Now, there was a point during the first case where I thought we were going to solve two... Wait, the first case? The second case? When do we get DL6 mentioned?
Second
It's the
case.
second
Second
case,
case.
right? Yeah. There was a point during the second case where I thought we were going to solve DL6. And then they cruelly ripped that away from me. However, this time, I think we're going to solve DL6.
This is Turnabout goodbyes. This is where the loose ends are tied up and the story is closed.
Yeah, then they added another one.
Nope.
Right, I'm about to send you something awful. Such a tangent, and we have a hard out, but I'm sorry.
still
No,
have
this
two
is
hours.
perfect timing. We're about to go see him.
can't
This is themed.
live alone with this. There is more alternate art. This is very, very early
Oh
concept
my
art.
god.
I have seen this. No, actually, I know something more important about this.
Okay.
Which is that they hired another writer who was a professional Fujoshi Doujin artist. And she was like, you have to make him a attractive young man. You can't make him a weird vampire guy.
You really
Are
can't.
these all Edgeworths?
No, the one on the
No.
left, on the second one, is Phoenix.
For the listeners' context, what Devon has just shown us is a picture of Rob Zombie in a funeral outfit. Pallid skin,
it's so
scary
good.
eyebrows, the whole deal. I like a lot of these concept arts. That guy
I
is
do
supposed
like
to be Phoenix.
them.
Looks kind of weird with the big bow. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Mia on the far right.
I assume so. I think she kind of looks
No.
better in that one.
I was literally just having a quick read of through the Reddit for this, and apparently that's meant to be the detective, and the mentor is the guy in blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
your mentor is like... That's very funny,
Some
actually.
guy.
Wow, these are like so different to what we ended up getting. It's crazy.
I can kind of see a bit of Apollo in this Phoenix.
Yeah,
Like, we're not going to get to Apollo for a long time, but, you know.
the green hair is a bit
I've
much,
seen him.
though.
Yeah.
I will say another character has those exact sleeves, and it's really weird that they reused them.
I can tell you, as someone who draws characters a lot, you reuse stuff that you like.
Okay.
It stays.
I apologize.
No, it's fair. It's a fair critique.
Hey,
and
wait
yet
a fucking second. Hold the fucking phones. The concept art for Rob Zombie Edgeworth has him in a straitjacket?
Oh my god. Yeah, did not realize that. That's fucked up.
What the fuck? What angle were they going with for this? After 10,000 years, I am finally freed from my confines. Time to put people in jail.
Hey, it's not confirmed yet that that's not what happened. You know, you still got the whole rest of the game to play. We're not dropping any spoilers here.
It's true.
That little mini art of Edgeworth on his page is very cute.
It really is.
Smug asshole. Okay.
Time to go see him.
Yeah, time to go see him. So we get back. We go back to the detention center to see Edgeworth, who is still very, very sad. And he actually says for the first time that he didn't shoot the guy. This is the first time. This is the first time he mentions it. The fact that he's like, yeah, it wasn't me. Just in case you were worried. I just think it's very funny that it took him this long. And then he apologizes for calling you names and bullying you and being mean to you and telling you that you're a terrible lawyer and that he'd never want you to represent him. And it was just because he didn't want Phoenix to get hurt. Which is oh, isn't that so sweet that you called me like a big piece of shit, worthless, good for nothing lawyer in order to spare my feelings. Also, he mentions in DL6 that the statute of limitations for the case runs out on the 28th of December because it'll be 15 years since the case. I don't know enough about law to know if that's how the statute of limitations works, but I feel like you can still reopen cases after 15 years.
I believe actually that is how it works, but I think that most places don't have a statute of limitations on murder for this exact reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, like 15 years and you can get away with murder is insane. Like, what? What is this legal system? It's just like, you just lay low.
It's not
If it
easy.
wasn't 15 years, you'd get killed within 3 days, so it's really a gamble.
Someone out there is already sweating right now.
Oh yeah, so you're able to, you get given a choice between saying, yes, I'll defend you, and no, no, screw you. And I picked no, I don't wanna, because obviously I knew it was gonna railroad me into saying yes. And it's literally just, he says, no, I'm not gonna do that, and then he's like, aha, haha, I'm just kidding, and then everyone hates you for it, which seems to be what happens every time you pick one of these options, which is really funny.
It's Phoenix's running bit. He's so normal.
He's so Phoenix.
I'm so upset that in this scene, Maya interrupts Edgeworth as he's about to ask for help.
Oh shit.
Like, what are we even here for? If we don't get to hear it from him.
He does say a very interesting line of dialogue at this point, though.
Which one? There's quite a few of them.
He says, like, when Phoenix offers to represent him in court this time, Edgeworth says, how could I refuse you?
Great question.
Gay.
How could he do it? So gay.
Kind of gay, bro.
They're in love, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, he's tried many times and we haven't stopped yet, so...
Yeah, he's done a very bad job at refusing us so far.
Well, to be clear, it's Edgeworth who was trying to refuse Phoenix, whereas Phoenix says, how could I refuse you? So...
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's a capital D
Now that's
dynamic happening here.
Regardless. Gay.
Regardless. Phoenix also says he's paying him back for something, and Edgeworth is like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Which is funny, because
this.
I'm pretty sure Phoenix is paying him back for, like, helping him win the previous case. That's what I thought, because Phoenix mentioned it before. Because I don't know if that, whatever that something is, comes up, like, at the end of this case or anything.
Guess we'll find out.
I guess.
I was just thinking something, actually, about what you were saying about, like, choosing the options for Phoenix, like, whether he's, like, nice or a dick. And, like, when I was younger, I would always pick the nice option, and I always had this image of Phoenix, like, yeah, kind of sarcastic, but always as being this, like, quite sincere, like, maybe over-earnest, like, guy who wants to help his friends. And I just love the idea that Phoenix, in the world where you always pick the shitty options, is literally just a dickhead, and this explains so much that, like, when I read Ace Attorney fanfictions, I get two very different versions of Phoenix, and I'm like, oh, this definitely represents the choices that people are making, and not actually this character who, even though you get railroaded, like, it's completely different to be like, of course I'll defend you, like, I'm so sincere, to just like, lol, nah, dickhead, get executed. It's like, oh god.
See you in hell, fucker. Bye.
I honestly think that characterization is more accurate, though, because
Yeah, it is.
Phoenix is such a dick in some parts of this which are not, like, chosen, including what is about to happen.
He's an
right now.
awkward and... Yeah, okay, this next scene is beyond fucked up. Okay, so you finally come to an agreement that you're going to represent Edgeworth in court, and you get some new art of Edgeworth that I don't think you see before, where he's got like a three-quarters perspective, where you see his face like from the front but at an angle, which I prefer much more to when he's staring at me directly like a horse. And then an earthquake happens. And this took me by surprise, because for a minute I thought it was like a Deus Ex Machina just to move on to the next scene, which would have been really, really funny. But it is relevant to everything in the case. Edgeworth collapses into like the fetal position and becomes like fully non-verbal, which is like kind of wild for his character. Like that's an extreme shift in personality. And Maya and Phoenix are just like, well, looks like he's not going to talk to us anymore. Bye.
It's so fucked up.
It's bizarre.
Oh my god, like, just their lack of care for this person that they've just seen go, like,
It's horrific.
catatonic in front of them is crazy.
God, it's so weird. It's so dry. It's just like, oh, he's not up for talking right now. It's like, that's not what's happening. He's having a shit time. Like,
He's having, like, a
it's just like,
full-blown
oh,
panic
his
attack.
dialogue has ended. Oh, Jesus.
This section of the story is over. We can now move on. Goodbye, Miles. See you in court.
It's not even just that, though, because then, like, Phoenix brings it up to a couple of people, or, like, actually, okay, so I don't know if this is what everyone did, but after this, like, you can go to the criminal affairs department again, and Gumshoe is like, oh, did you feel that earthquake earlier? I wonder if Edgeworth is okay, because he clearly knows about this. And Phoenix says he seemed to overreact a little. Jesus Christ, dude.
Phoenix is a bad guy.
It's not nice.
It's not good.
But yeah,
It's really fucked up.
he has, like, post-traumatic stress responses every time that there's an earthquake. And Phoenix does make fun of this on multiple occasions, which is so cool of him and so nice.
Here's something I think about a lot. There are people out there who ship Gumshoe and Edgeworth, right? And I don't ship that. I'm not here for that. But I do think it's a fucking healthier relationship than whatever Phoenix and Edgeworth have got going on. Like, Jesus Christ.
Only in one direction.
Yeah. Which is
don't
why
know.
I cannot ship it. Like,
Yeah.
it's still fucked, but I'm like, God, at least Gumshoe gives a shit. It's fucked up.
Guys,
Fucked up.
shall we go to
Yeah.
court?
Wait, hold on. There's something else important. They make a cancellation of the witness for the murder trial? For the murder trial?
Yeah,
Don't worry
that did
about it.
happen. Seems fine.
Okay, sure,
It's
let's go to
allowed.
court.
Welcome to
Law
court.
means nothing in this legal system. It's fine.
Welcome to
I have
First
an
Day of Court.
idea.
You have a little chat with Edgeworth before you hit the floor, and Edgeworth gives you the breakdown on the man that you are going to face in the legal arena. A man by the name of Manfred von Karma, and you know he's serious because I don't know if that name is a pun. I don't think it is. It's not, right? So please tell me it's not.
I mean, it's got the word karma in it.
That's
but
not a
apart from
pun.
that, pretty much. Well, it's sort of relevant. It's the same as like Edgeworth and Phoenix. They both have like a relevance to what their character is, but they are not puns. Directly.
Phoenix's name is Phoenix, right? Because he's always correct.
Yeah, and because he rises from the ashes.
And if Miles Edgeworth is
Which
called
I believe
Miles
is the
because
name
if you
of the
give
next
him an
case.
inch. Really? Anyway, Manfred von Karma is described as a man who is like Turbo Edgeworth. He's 10 times as
By
mean.
Edgeworth.
By Edgeworth. That's an important distinction. 10 times as mean, 10 times as cruel, and like 10 times as successful as well. He's had like a 40-year career and never lost a case. He is the final boss of law.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you get a wide shot of him in the courtroom splash art, and he looks like Sam the Eagle.
He looks so fucking weird in the HD version. Like, God, that was an adjustment.
I do want to draw attention to something that's said outside as well. We ask if Manfred was Edgeworth's teacher, and Edgeworth responds with something like that.
Something like that.
And so between that and seeing this fucking guy who is just Edgeworth times 10 in like all metrics.
Do you want to describe what Manfred looks like a little bit?
Manfred looks like Edgeworth's like Digivolution. the same
true.
cravat. Both have grey hair.
The cravat is bigger.
The cravat is bigger because he's like an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
But both of them have like these very old-fashioned attires. Like Edgeworth wears a suit, but he accessorizes it with a cravat, which makes him look like an aristocrat from like the 1500s. But Von Karma looks like some sort of French socialite, like in the era where everyone was wearing giant powdered wigs.
I thought you were going to say he wears a cravat and accessorizes it with the rest of his outfit.
Also true.
Every morning, the first thing he puts on is the cravat.
Yeah.
And
He
then
has
it's
a
like,
big jewel in the cravat as well.
It's true, yeah. He is literally like a superpowered villain. He looks like a Disney villain from the Hunchback of Notre Dame cinematic universe. He looks like if Crollo stopped being Catholic.
I mean, look, this pose of him here sure looks like that one concept art of Proto Edgeworth.
Wow, it really does, yeah.
actually.
He's also like got styles upon styles. Like, you know, this man is shopping at the most expensive tailors. He has like a different pants man to his suit man. He also has a
Now,
cane.
what this makes me think, his design of him being so much like Edgeworth, and Edgeworth being evasive about him being his mentor. I'm gonna lay down a prediction here, in that I think Von Karma adopted Edgeworth after the murder of his father.
I can see that.
Because he's too evasive. I wish Edgeworth would tell us literally anything.
He's shy.
He's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on, Adam. He's shy. Leave him alone. Anyway,
I'm sure we're getting there, but goddamn.
Von Karma looks like Dracula, but blue.
Yeah.
So true.
Von Karma looked like scary blue Dracula, and that is the final boss of law that we are fighting in this trial. You know what? Considering the thing you just said, Adam, about Von Karma potentially adopting Edgeworth, it's very weird that nothing about it has come up in the actual trial itself, considering that he is the man trying to get Edgeworth charged with murder.
Doesn't matter. He's got to win.
He's that cold and callous. He could have just not taken the case, but fuck it, no. Edgeworth has slighted this man in some way, and he is going to be punished to the full extent of the law. By that, I mean judicially executed.
They say that Von Karma has not lost a single case in 40 years of being a prosecution lawyer.
That's a lot of years.
I'm worried about what effect winning this case is going to take on this man's.
He is going to fall apart. He's
body
going to start
and psyche.
frothing at the mouth.
I
and
mean, everyone
collapse.
does that.
That's true, actually, yeah. His head's going to explode. I mean, you saw his reaction to
explode, so you know.
You saw his reaction to him being wrong about a 3-minute prediction.
Jesus.
We'll get
Hate
into
that.
that. That was something special.
So his demeanor in court is that he is trying to leverage his prestige to really rush through proceedings here, and it is working.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
One thing I wanted to mention before we go into court is just that Phoenix is freaking out and is like, hey, it'd be great to have Mia here today, and turns to Maya and they start whispering with each other about whether or not she can channel Mia. And she cannot. She's really struggling
God.
and she's clearly having a rough time.
Yeah.
So just something of note. And Phoenix is not that, reassuring about it.
I'm very glad that she's not involved yet, because I just want Phoenix and Maya to be able to win a case based on their own merits and not have the ghost of his law mom show up partway through to solve everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, as Adam was saying, this guy is like basically taking control of the entire situation. He's trying to strong-arm the judge into declaring a verdict before Phoenix can even do a cross-examination of the first witness, which is Lotta?
It's Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, it's Gumshoe first, you're right.
Who gives us a map?
Who gives us a map, and it helps to have a map. The map is very useful.
And he teaches us that ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a gun.
Yeah, it's true, kind of.
We're starting to learn so much lore in this case. We've got statute of limitations, we've got ballistic markings, something comes up later. We're doing
Ballistic
a lot.
markings are the fingerprints of the gun, which means the bullet is kind of like discarded fingernails.
Oh god. I hate that.
But we also get given evidence. We get given the gun, which was fired from the right hand and has Edgeworth's fingerprints all over it. And we have the bullet that was fired that was in the body of the guy, which matches the gun. Now, one thing that's interesting is they do mention that the bullet was not deformed after hitting the guy because it didn't come into contact with any bones. It was like nothing but soft tissue. And my response to that was, it's fucking crazy that a gun shot someone from a meter away. It's established that, like, it's confirmed that this was a shot taken from the gun that Edgeworth was holding, like, a meter away from within the boat. It didn't hit any bone and was still somehow embedded in the guy's body. Like, it didn't go through the guy.
Some guns are weak as shit, especially a pistol.
It was just a little pea shooter.
Yeah, well, why did he die, huh?
Well, it hit him in the heart.
So?
That'll do it, I think.
Just a little baby gun. Wait a minute. That hitting a bullet getting to your heart without hitting bone. That's incredibly precise.
Surgical.
That is literally surgical. Like, I'm trying to feel where my heart is that isn't covered by bone right now.
Well, watch out. You don't want to touch it.
It's like the soft spot on a baby's head.
Von Karma has a unique objection sound, which sounds like a fucking demon.
It's horrific. Genuinely horrific.
It's deep and it's bassy. It's the sound of a man who has been doing this shit for 40 years and he's tired of it.
Objection.
Stop. I can't. Don't.
Well, you get given the gun. It says in the description it's a 22 caliber pistol, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's not a match to the bullet. We then get the bullet, which is a 22 caliber bullet. So I'm like, okay, disregard this. The gun description also mentions that it has been fired 3 times.
Interesting.
It's probably not related.
Probably not
Probably
important.
not relevant. Nah.
And then it's a lot of time.
Well, first Von Karma is like, I want a break, so we're just gonna stop.
Oh,
for 10
I'm
minutes.
quite fatigued.
Yeah. I need a nap.
Such a fucking. Oh my god, this fucking guy.
He demands a recess and he gets it.
On the 3rd day, we're going to draw this case out, and he's going to
Die.
waste away in front of us because he doesn't get to go to his portrait.
Go on.
So good.
But yeah, so like they establish so what they've established so far is that a gun was fired from within a meter of the guy who got shot and then was collapsed in the river. We are still certain that it wasn't Edgeworth. We don't know why it wasn't Edgeworth, even though his fingerprints are on the gun and everything like that. This is why I started thinking that it was Gordy. So
Okay.
Adam,
It's honestly not a bad guess.
Adam, describe what
Yeah.
you thought Gordy looked like based on the picture that we were given.
It looks like a big hand coming out. Hold
It
on.
looks like
Can
a
we
big
get a picture
hand
of
coming out. Can we get Gordy up on screen,
Yeah.
please? So from this point in the narrative, we do figure out what Gordy is. Obviously, it's going to be relevant to the case. If the stake thing was that relevant and important in the previous case, of course Gordy was going to be in this one.
So
And we
true.
do figure out what Gordy is, and it turns out that Gordy is not the killer, which was very sad. But my thought was that Gordy was not a globster, but it was like a person in the lake that
Oh, okay.
that shot the guy. Because
I considered this also.
yeah. Because
I
at
thought
this
maybe there
point,
was like a diver.
at this point, we have no other suspects. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought. We have no other suspects except Edgeworth. We have no other justification as to how this guy could have been shot from so close, without anyone noticing. And we also have the fact that 2 shots were heard, and we only know that 1 bullet impacted. And my train of thought was that Gordy was like a diver who emerged from near the boat and shot the guy and then went back underwater. Because I was like, that seems just ridiculous enough to be taken seriously. And I'm very sad it wasn't that, because we do find out who Gordy is in the next day, but we'll get to that. And the angle that Phoenix wants to take going forward into the next part of the trial is that the guy must have killed himself. which is also wild because no one can shoot themselves point blank in the heart without it being very
where
obvious
the
that they killed themselves.
Soft spot is.
Like, also from a meter away as well. So he would have had to, like, hold the gun on a selfie stick and pull the trigger.
Right.
I wonder if there's selfie sticks in Ace Attorney universe.
Well, they don't have camera phones, so.
That's true. No selfie sticks.
They just have
So
an
it couldn't have
entire
been
DSLR on the end of a 2-meter stick.
suicide.
And they have another stick for hitting the shutter button. You also get given a dialogue option here because Maya is having a lot of self-doubt. She feels like she's been completely useless when compared to her sister just because she doesn't know anything about law. And you have the option to say to her, yeah, you are kind of useless right now. And even though I have been picking the bad options, I really couldn't bring myself to do it this time. That was just too mean.
I believe that if you do that, Phoenix is like, no, I'm not going to say that, actually.
Good. Good.
Yeah, and then Lotta comes out and says, yeah, I heard that big bang, I saw something on the lake, I looked out, I saw the second shot, and I saw the guy fall into the lake.
Yeah. Von was like, this is airtight, Judge.
Yeah.
Announced that
And it
this man
is.
is guilty.
And then, what's this coming out from the corner of the arena? It's Maya Fey with a steel chair!
Oh, yeah.
I wish.
She steps up in a manner that I would love to see more characters do. In all media, she yells a proclamation in front of this court consisting of, you know, a judge who has the power over life and death and the scariest man in the universe. She yells that Lotta's testimony stinks to high heaven and that everything about it is incredibly suspicious. And purely because of that, we managed to get a new testimony out of Lotta. But the consequence is that Maya does get detained in contempt of court and is removed from the building. So we no longer have any friends on our side.
She goes to jail.
She really does go to jail.
Again.
But
A
she
lot of slips up.
Yeah, she absolutely saves the entire trial by doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just goes to show doing crime, it's okay sometimes.
Yeah, do crime, save lives.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So Lotta ends up saying amongst all of that while she's getting shouted at that she definitely saw Edgeworth. And then you show the photograph, which is like, you say you saw Edgeworth, but like this picture is so foggy. Like you can't see shit. You can't see anyone's face. It's just two people in a boat. And she's like, well, she's about to say that she got the photograph enlarged and Von Karma cuts her off. And then Phoenix remembers that we've already had this conversation. So you see the enlarged photograph, which shows that the person shooting was using their left hand, which is different to the prints that Edgeworth left on the gun, which were from his right hand. I just love it when it's a left hand, right hand contradiction.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. And we kind of show, well, this doesn't make any sense, so please give us long to investigate. And that is exactly what happens.
Something really scary happens here. Immediately after Myra is removed, you have a testimony that is one statement long.
Oh god,
And
yeah.
if you press on this testimony, you are penalized. You take damage to your justice meter.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question. Why is the justice meter segmented the way it is if every time you get penalized you lose 2 points?
Yeah.
Just keep you on your toes.
It certainly was. I'll say that much. Yeah, I actually did lose here because my thing that I was going to present was actually going to be the bullet because I was like, no one has fucking mentioned that they've only heard 2 shots and 3 bullets were fired from the round. Someone must have heard that third shot. And I presented that and I died. Which was a really bad
shit.
place to do it because I had to do a lot of backtracking to get back here.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have to start from the beginning of the case with Gumshoe and everything. And you can't skip all of the little character animations. So yeah, it took me like 7 or 8 minutes to get back to where I was.
Oh shit.
But when I love the way that Phoenix reacts to Lotta after you call her out on this. Just like the amount of vitriol in the way he talks about her is excellent. It's like everything about you is wrong. You're lying. You're a fraud. I hate you. But yeah, you determined that she wasn't looking at the boat, so she couldn't have seen Edgeworth because she was actually out there looking for something else. And what's the only other thing on that
What did
lake
she
that
be-
people would be looking for? It's a big monster made of slime, baby.
It's our good friend Gordy.
It's our good friend. It's our good Gordy friend. So the funny thing about this is that Lotta corrects some information about herself by saying that she's not a student, but she's a photojournalist. But then she says later on that she is a student as well, and that she's just taking like a sabbatical to do some photojournalism.
She wears many hats.
She wears many hats. This is true.
Very relatable.
Yeah.
She contains multitudes.
I also want to say I got really lucky with the left hand, right hand thing. I did not pick up on that. But it was luckily the first thing I clicked on in the first. Well, I clicked on the gun, but it's a big circle. So
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
clicked on the gun just because I thought it looked a bit different from the gun I was given as evidence. I was like, that looks like that just looks like a different gun, so I'm gonna click that, and it turned out it was. It's also like the only it's like the most obvious
Yeah.
thing to click.
After you say this, the judge says to you, quote, "You have given us definitive evidence that it was not Edgeworth who shot the pistol that night." And then he's like, "Go investigate more." And I'm like, that's not what that means. That means you have to give me a not guilty verdict.
Yeah, the judges. It's our job to point out contradictions. And let me tell you, this guy spit on a lot of those in this case.
You're gonna object to the judge now?
Yeah.
There's a thing he says on the second day, which is insane. He says, hold on, let me pull up the transcript again. It's something about, we have to hear our every witness to break down the true events of this case. Here we go. Control effing witness. Mentioned a
Oh
lot.
god.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah. He says, in order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. Where was this guy on day one of the case?
It wasn't relevant then. He thought he would get in trouble if he said it.
I felt like I was going insane during this case at some points.
Welcome to Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Welcome to Turnabout Goodbyes.
But we're out of the courtroom now.
Well, hold on. Before we get to day 2, we're still in the court. Edgeworth says, "Hey, when you go and see Maya, can you tell her something?" I think she's like, "Yeah." And he's like,
Get out of
"Tell
my
her."
school.
And then there are 8 boxes of ellipses. And he says, "Tell her to watch what she says in court." Which by itself is very... I really like that line. It's like, it's very, I wrote "I hate you, man." Like, it's very bad. But it's very, like, okay, this is Edgeworth, like, not being able to express something clearly. And then Phoenix goes to the court and immediately says to Maya, "Just behave from now on, okay?" And I'm like, you don't have this excuse. Jesus Christ.
Be nice.
Oh, that does remind me of something in the detention center that Edgeworth says, like right at the beginning of the case, where he says, "I hoped you wouldn't show up." And my response was, "So you were thinking about us then?"
Yeah.
I'm in your head. Haha.
I mean, adding to what Phoenix said before, like how he just goes and tells Maya to behave, he says about Edgeworth, "Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth?" Like, you're such a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
My dude.
Nobody in
If
this
anything,
game knows
he's
how
worse
to
than
express their
Edgeworth.
feelings legitimately except for Maya, and now she's in jail.
So true. And no one listens to her.
Going back to what Adam was saying, there's a part really soon after this. Or is it? No, I think it's already happened. Where Gumshoe says, after the last trial, he was just walking around saying, "Right, right, right," all the time. And I'm like, he sure was thinking about us.
What does that mean? Like, why was he doing that? Was he in a trance?
Sure.
Just, yeah.
Because there are only 2 reasons.
trance.
There are only 2 reasons I can think for doing that. Is like doing it in sort of like a tisk kind of way. Like he's just like, "Oh, right. Oh dear. Oh goodness." and then the other is gay
Oh,
trance.
jeez.
It's gay
Gotta
trans,
be gay
I'm pretty
trans.
sure.
Because the only time I would ever like pace around is if someone did something I disapproved.
Wait, yeah, and there's a world where he's upset that we bested him in this case. But he really was out of his depth on that one.
He also like keeps being mean to us for being not very good at lawyering, even though our success record is still 100%, and 2 of those 3 successes were against him.
Yeah. I don't think we're doing very good at lawyering, if I'm being honest.
Well, we literally would have lost if not for Maya in that day. And in the next day, he literally gets declared guilty right after the judge in this part was like, "Well, we know it wasn't him." So
Yeah,
I don't think anyone here is doing a great job.
Couldn't be him.
much to think about.
Phoenix even says, like, tomorrow, like, I've only won this far because of luck. And Edgeworth is like, oh no, actually, I think this happened earlier. He's like, yeah, like, don't worry, it's fine. Like, I just get through things through luck. And Edgeworth is like, please don't say this. Like, you're gonna give me a heart attack.
Don't say it
my
out loud,
dude."
dude.
So funny. Because, like, he does this in every court lobby session during a case. It's just like, oh, fuck, I'm barely getting through by the skin of my teeth. You better get ready to write your will, motherfucker.
I hope case 5 is just a nice, easy one.
Oh, yeah, it's just a filler episode. Don't worry about it. They just go and get food with Maya.
Oh, yeah. It's the picnic episode.
Do a parking ticket case.
Yeah. Okay. Day 2 of investigations.
Yeah, we get out caught and we're like, okay, we're gonna go back to the lake and see what we missed.
Well, first we've got to go somewhere else. There's someone
Do we?
someone we've got to see first.
We've left someone behind.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to prison.
We gotta go
Max
to prison.
security.
We gotta go pick up
Maya's
our
third
friend from
place.
jail. Maya has been detained by the police, and she seems to be having a good time, which is kind of funny. Because one of the things she says is like, "Oh, it's actually surprisingly okay in here. Like the food is fine. It's everything is very clean." And that
Which
made
is
me
funny because she's also been there before.
It made me draw the conclusion that, considering what I imagine the amount of legally sanctioned executions done by the state is in this country, that detention centers really must just be like timeout for adults. Because either you're in the detention center for a bit until someone posts you bail, or you get murdered.
Yeah.
Maya says that she needs bail, but we go and do some investigation, then we come back, and it's like, oh, Edgeworth posted her bail for her, so
Because he comes from money.
he does.
She also mentions
So
how
true.
desperate she is to try and fish up Gordy from the lake, which I think is really cute. She doesn't care that much about Edgeworth, clearly. If she's clearly more invested in the Gordy subplot.
You know, honestly, this whole case, like, Maya is, like, pulling for Edgeworth. Like, she literally just went to jail for him, and I'm like, a month ago he tried to put you in jail for killing your sister.
It couldn't be him,
Yeah.
though.
It can be him.
He's too sincere.
He's too sad.
He's too real.
She also says a line here, which is absolutely devastating, where she's like, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to talk to my sister again, which is so fucking horrible. And, like, obviously a lot of this is, like, you know, we can't always rely on Mia and stuff. But that is when it's like, this isn't just about, like, let's help Phoenix in the court of law, and it's not just about her feeling useless. It's like, up until this point, she's not really, like, the way that she's had to process this grief will be extremely different to, like, anybody else, because she always has that kind of, that way of, like, communicating with her sister, and now that's gone.
Right.
And, like, it's just such a fucking big thing for a 16-year-old to have to fucking process. Like, I don't think there's a therapist qualified for that, to be honest.
We don't have spiritual therapists yet.
No.
It does call a lot of stuff into question, though, for me at least. Is like, well, when you're communing with these spirits, are you like I feel like you're tampering with powers that you couldn't possibly understand. Like, you're yanking them away from their peaceful eternity and forcing them to ground themselves in reality for a short period. Your sister is dead. Like, I feel like death is one of those things that should not be tampered with. It seems like it can only lead to ruin, and yet here you are, desperate to wrench your sister from the clutches of the infinite sleep in order for her to do some lawyering a little bit.
Well, she seems chill about it.
She
so
does
it's
seem pretty
fine.
chill about it.
Remarkably so.
I'm glad you drew attention to this because I ignored it as a Chekhov's gun.
I didn't. I'm certain that Maya is going to show up at the end of this case.
Yeah, me too.
But also, like, I feel like a lot of the pressure for communing with Maya again is very much coming from Phoenix. And I think that's why I didn't have the same reaction to you as you, Devin, is I feel like Maya is like, she's kind of processed a lot of it. And that her concern for not being able to talk to Mia is more to do with the fact that she won't be able to help Phoenix or Edgeworth, and not to do with the fact that, you know, she won't be able to see her sister ever again. Because I do get this underlying current that it's just like, oh, like she's a spirit medium. That's who she is. Like, that's part of her family lineage and her history and her life. And at some point she will be able to retrain those skills, but it's more just about the immediate concern about not being able to be helpful in the current situation.
Yeah.
But I still think it's so, like, her being so upset about quote-unquote not being helpful after she just went to jail to save Edgeworth's ass.
Yeah.
And also, like, she's a 16-year-old untrained lawyer. Like, she doesn't need to be quote-unquote helpful.
Yeah, so true.
Phoenix should be able to actually do his job.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
really
how's
should.
this guy a lawyer?
He still hasn't read any of those books in his office. I think he said they make him dizzy.
They did say that,
Well,
yeah.
That's fucking not right.
But he also mentions something about not knowing something because it wasn't in a law book. So he has read law books.
But here's the thing. Like, I genuinely get the impression that Phoenix has not passed the bar. And that the only reason he is a lawyer is because Mamma Mia sort of, like, took him under her wing. And then, like, no one questioned it.
It's when you examine the aluminium camping equipment, Maya asks if there's a reason why they're always made out of aluminium. And Phoenix says, I don't know. It's not in the law books.
There's no law for
Which
why
implies that everything that Phoenix knows is from the law books.
that explains why he is so
Fucked up.
uncultured.
Okay, moving on.
We head out to the lake, and Lotta is like, I am sorry. I got way carried away. I won't do it next time that I witness a murder, which is by itself a really funny line. And then Phoenix says, you mean the first time you witnessed a murder? Very good one too on that one.
Wait,
Yeah.
you spoke to Lotta at the lake first?
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't find anyone at the... Like, I explored the entire lake and I couldn't find anyone there except Gumshoe.
Yeah, I found Gumshoe first.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe
Really?
I just didn't write down Gumshoe. I don't think Gumshoe... No, I didn't write down anything about Gumshoe, so that might have been why.
My notes also drop off a cliff here.
He does have a lot to say because the first thing he says is, like, I was going to say good job, but the case isn't over yet. Which is very funny because he's like, I was going to say good job, but you're still doing not a very good job. And then, like, continuing the trend of showing everyone my attorney badge, you show him your badge and he's basically like, I don't know if you should still be showing people that you're a lawyer considering how bad you are at it. Which is really funny. And then he tasks you with finding more evidence for the case. And Phoenix says, since when do lawyers have to do the detective's work for them? And it's like, this is what I've been saying since day one. like 50% of this game is not supposed to be something the lawyer does.
This is my... I have such a pet peeve with this in games, because, like, it's funny for us to say that, but, like, the real answer is it's because it's a video
Yeah.
game and they want you to do an investigation. Characters in the game should not be able to comment on stuff like that. You're
Yeah.
the fucking guy who has to do this. I hate it. I hate stuff like that so much.
It is very funny. There's also a bit where Phoenix recalls he has an amazing recollection to earlier that day where he's like, Von Karma did say something about there being 2 witnesses in the trial today. And then there's a flashback to like literally 6 minutes ago when Von Karma says there were 2 witnesses. It's really funny. Always, I think flashbacks are like needless at the best of times, but having a literal flashback to something that in game time happened literally minutes ago is incredibly funny to me.
And also we'd known the whole time, because I think one of the first things Gumshoe says to you is that they had a witness, and that's before you
Yeah.
meet Lotta.
Oh yeah, because she doesn't go down and talk to the police until after you do it.
Gumshoe also tells us, like, hi, I'm just very much invested in Edgeworth being sad. Also tells us that he shed a few tears because of Maya helping, but that Edgeworth's lip trembled because he was so moved by what she did. Like, hell yeah.
Guy
Love
who was
that.
watching Edgeworth's micro-facial expressions during the trial. Okay,
Let me tell you about the
Studying
Gumshoe
him.
stuff. Yeah, and then that's when I went and found Lotta after that.
Right.
Yeah, you can go back to the detention center, get Maya out, and she's like, oh, Edgeworth paid my bail. We've got to prove that he's innocent, because now money is on the line. And then they talk about going to look for Gordy, because he's going to be the most valuable witness in the case.
Yeah, Lotta has a deal for us.
Yeah, this is an
And that
interesting
she
bit.
will provide additional information on the case if we can get proof that Gordy exists.
Or doesn't exist. She does specify, like, definitive proof that Gordy either does or does not exist.
I see, yeah. And I'm like, well, we gotta find that statue. So we go to the beach, and there's a big statue.
Yeah, so in the time between
Immediately.
today and yesterday, Larry has installed a big inflatable steel samurai statue thing with an air pump. And everyone keeps commenting about how the steel samurai is like so out of fashion now that the pink princess is the thing that all the kids watch, which I think is very funny. Because he's investing a lot of money in this.
It's working, though. He says the kids love it.
And he has a bunch of flags, of which he's hung the Luxembourg flag upside down. And also, there's a flag that doesn't exist, but it's the India flag, but it only has orange stripes. It's very strange.
I was looking at a list of flags in the world. And I think this is a miscolored Niger flag.
Okay, that could also be true.
I didn't recognize any of the flags.
That's concerning, I have to say.
Yeah, so the Niger flag and the Indo flag are exactly the same, but the circle in the middle is different,
Right.
and it's too low poly to see which of those it is. But either way, they've missed the green stripe off. There was a really funny part where I was like, okay, I think I recognize all the other flags. I think they all look fine. And then I looked up, like, has anyone talked about how these flags are wrong? And there was a Reddit post that was like, why are all these flags weird? And in the original art, the German flag, like the yellow stripe at the bottom, looked really washed out, which it does in the updated one as well. But
Yeah.
it's slightly less washed out, so it is at least recognizable. And somebody was like, that's the old flag of Berlin, like if it has a white stripe at the bottom.
Shit.
And it implies that, like, maybe there's some kind of German empire going on. And I was like,
Deep
okay,
law.
I think that it's just a bit, like, miscolored.
No, it's deepest law.
Deepest law.
One of these days, we're going to get like a globe-trotting Phoenix Wright journey where you go all around the world to solve murders.
God, I would love that.
And you're going to find out that the Empire of Berlin is one of the most prominent forces in Europe.
Alright, so
And there's been like a 7th
For-
Punic War.
for the viewers, we need to find definitive proof. I already know what's going on,
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
but we need to find definitive proof.
Pretty
So we
obvious.
go back to the police precinct and speak to Gumshoe. And Gumshoe has 3 secret weapons for us.
3 of my
One.
fun police toys.
Is a metal detector. 2 is a flimsy fishing rod, probably not capable of catching a monster.
Weird that they have that lying around in the police precincts.
Well, it's Gumshoe's own
Gumshoe's-
fishing
yeah.
rod. Yeah. 3, a dog called Missile.
Cheering, screaming,
Missile.
applauding.
Everybody go, woo!
Very important that everyone knows that Shutakami, the lead writer of the Ace Attorney series, also has a dog called Missile.
Yay! That's adorable.
Notably, not the usual breed for a police dog. This is a what's the breed?
Shih Tzu?
No.
Is it not? Oh, Shiba Inu.
Yeah. It's a
Right,
Shiba Inu.
yes,
It's like
yeah.
it's like a baby Shiba Inu as well. It's like a little Shiba Inu puppy. Adorable.
So cute.
So missile is the first option on the list. So going from top to bottom, we take these tools out. If we take missile inflicts special attack, missile barrage, 1,000 yip attack on the samurai dog stool.
The noise it makes is really, really good. This is very clearly just like they sampled a single dog yip and just replayed it 25 times in a row.
Yeah,
Funny
it's a
thing is,
lot.
I didn't see that this time. The video that I was watching just went straight for the thing that like progresses the story. I can hear that happening in my head right now. Like, I have such a perfect memory of it.
It's also really funny that missile is like an object that you put in your pocket.
Yeah.
Not what you're supposed to do with dogs.
Well, I assume Maya is carrying it, but you do get whatever tool you're carrying at the time, like in your evidence.
Yeah.
So you do just carry missile around for a while.
I tried showing that dog to everyone, and not many people had stuff to say about it, which was kind of sad.
Shame.
So upsetting.
Like, the only people who talk about it is Gumshoe and Larry.
The fishing rod is useless. You can't catch anything with it. We got no bait. We muse about using
Wait,
missile as bait.
Yeah.
Maya is very upset about very upset about
like,
this.
Like, not only does she do like her animation that she does whenever she's like really shocked by something, but the entire screen turns black as a response to what Phoenix said, because it's so abhorrent that the game itself refutes it.
So we've had a fishing rod scene at the camping grounds. We've had a missile scene at the beach, and then we take the metal detector over to the hut, the boat hut, which we have had nothing to do here yet. and it explodes and assaults us.
It makes
the
the
loudest beat
most
possible.
horrible noise. the most high-pitched noise a Nintendo DS could ever produce. It like genuinely hurt my ears pretty bad.
Oh no.
And it reveals an air tank with a busted valve with some flags wrapped around it. And so I'm like, oh, this is weird. Maybe this confirms my diver theory.
Oh shit.
Which is then immediately
A
refuted.
multinational diver.
Yeah. So we go talk to Larry, who for some reason is really intent on lying to us in this moment.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
He's shy.
But it transpires that the compressor, the Still Samurai balloon, which is a balloon, it's not a statue, like I originally thought, broke. And so he tried to use an air tank to blow up the balloon instead. However, the valve on the air tank broke, and the air tank flew away with the balloon in tow.
It's really funny that so the sound of the air tank going off made the thing that sounded like a gunshot noise that would have set off Lotta's camera. However, there would have also been a pretty consistent sound of, you know, like which I feel like would have given the game away a little bit. Especially considering Lotta says the first thing she did was, after she heard the gunshot, was she got out to check on her camera. And she's saying she didn't, like, hear or see anything that sounded
No,
like...
this was a different instance.
Oh,
So
was
this
it?
was
Yeah.
the
This is like the 20th?
yes.
When
Oh, yeah.
the photo was taken of Gordy, so Lotta wouldn't have been there yet.
Yeah, and the couple that took the photo, the camera was simply on a timer, and they were looking towards the camera. I guess they didn't hear the shot or whatever. Maybe they did. Maybe they just didn't give a fuck.
This whole Gordy thing is just a setup, so they have a reason why someone would take a random photo of a crime in the middle of the night, right? Like, they needed a camera
Yeah.
to be on automatic, because no one is just going to sit and take a photo of a lake in the middle of the night. And it becomes such this big thing about Gordy that, like, everyone is referencing in different ways, and yet it's like, I know that it's just like a plot thing so that they could have this specific evidence, but it's also just like, I don't care. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm like, yeah, I'll take Gordy. Like, you can justify whatever the fuck you want, and I'll just take it. Like, I love this stupid game.
There's also the fact that it's very funny that all of this is happening on Christmas Eve / Christmas Day. So not only did all of these people have to be on the lake doing all of this miscellaneous nonsense, but they had to be doing it because they had nothing else better to do on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's so
Well,
ridiculous.
Christmas Day is less of a big deal in Japan than it is in
Yeah.
Adam,
Christian
what are you
countries.
talking about? This is New York City.
Sorry, this is California.
Whatever. California's in New York in this universe.
Well, I realized why they'd used California earlier in this case is because of the earthquake stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering up until that point. Anyway, Gordy out of the way finally. Felt like Gordy was kind of irrelevant on day 2, but still solved. The information we get from the trade is that the other witness is the proprietor of the boat hut.
So, here's the thing. I completely forgot that's who the second witness was, because I couldn't remember. Like, I just thought we were gonna, like, obviously, as happens later, we end up cross-examining Larry, and I was just like, Larry's the other witness. Why is he not talking to us about this yet? I just completely deleted the caretaker, which is hilarious in hindsight.
There's a lot to say about this guy, to be honest. And not all of it's good.
In my Ace Attorney?
In my Ace Attorney, a character that reinforces weird stereotypes. Crazy.
Yeah.
So the caretaker, you get into this boat rental place, and inside is like a cute little setup that doesn't seem to be seeing much use with like a, what is it called, a tatami? What it's over the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a little eating area with a tatami mat. And wait, Maya does make a comment about how nice it would be if they had a tatami and could serve like hot drinks to their customers, and Phoenix says, it seems kind of tone deaf considering we're talking about murder with them. And I was like, I can't conceive of a universe where someone would turn down the offer of a warm blanket and a hot drink, even if they're talking about murder. Like, being able to comfort someone, like, they're not going to be like, no, I don't want a cup of tea. My brother was killed by my dad, or whatever.
Also, Mo most of the people, question mark, that they are talking to should be innocent people who got accused of doing something.
Yeah.
Have they spoken to anyone inside their office? They've always just gone down to the detention
Absolutely
center.
not.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they have, but every time they say, sorry, we're not doing that. And that's why we never hear about those cases. But yeah, so there's also the thing of primary note is a big parrot.
A really large parrot.
Very large
I
parrot.
don't know
Such
why
a
you're
big
noting
boy.
anything about this guy.
Also, the parrot is interesting because it has the shape of a cockatiel, but the coloring of a macaw, which I find very odd.
Yeah.
And that parrot is the kind of parrot that talks, which is always a bit of fun. The other thing I noticed was posters on the wall, and I felt very proud of myself for this. I'm going to be really smug about this because I noticed that every single one of those fish and those posters was actually saltwater fish before the game mentioned it. And that made me feel very, very happy and smart. Because what is it? It's like a plaice, a hatchetback, a ratfish, and like a baby anglerfish, I think. And then there's like another one that you can't really make out. But yeah, those are all like abyssal zone deep sea fish, except for the plaice, I guess. Which is very odd, a very odd thing to have in this zone. And then finally, you're introduced to... Oh yeah, one of them might have been a John Dory as well, but I can't remember if that's a freshwater fish or not. You're introduced to this old man
Yeah.
who is very, very old. He's constantly falling asleep in the middle of conversations. He has extreme memory problems and very clearly has like some level of dementia because he is constantly reliving things from 7 years ago. And it makes talking to him kind of difficult in every single sense of the word. He thinks that Phoenix and Maya are like two people related to him maybe, or people that he knows, called, what are their names?
Meg and
Keith
Keith.
and Meg.
Keith and Meg. So he keeps referring to Phoenix and Maya as Keith and Meg respectively. And talks about handing over his business to them, which is a pasta shop called the Wet Noodle. And I'm sure every single one of us clocked that it probably was not a pasta place in the original version.
Didn't even think about it.
Really?
I don't think I thought about it until like recently, and then I think can't remember what we were talking about the last time, but I was like, this is a really funny localization of ramen. And then I was like, oh wait, they're doing it again.
Yeah, it's very obviously supposed to be like a ramen joint in the original version, and instead it's a pasta shop called the Wet Noodle.
There's a really weird bit of this localization though, where I guess in the original, it said I don't know what it would have said in the original, but there's like a line where it's like he makes the best pasta in the West.
The best
and I
in the
guess in
West.
the original it must have been like something about like ramen being authentically Japanese or something. But the way that they talk about it in this one really makes this implication that Italy isn't a Western country. Which is just a really weird, like, I don't know, it feels like something got tripped up in the localization.
He talks about pasta wranglers.
Yeah.
Like cowboys.
yeah.
Like Italian cowboys whose catchphrase is Mamma Mia.
Yeah, they try and make a connection between like the West and then like the West of America.
It's incredibly
very
it's
strange the way
incredibly
they do it.
tenuous. Yeah, it's clearly like they didn't know what to do with that, but it's very funny. But yeah, so you're trying to talk to this guy, and also one of the things that you can do is inspect the room is try to rob him blind. Which is kind of crazy. He's got like a safe on top of his TV, and Maya tries to like crack it open. And there's also a point where you're done talking to him where she asks the parrot what the code to the safe is.
and she gets
it.
She does get it.
And like I wrote down the number for that, but it doesn't seem to be relevant yet.
Parrot is a liability.
Yeah, because you don't get the option to crack into the safe. But yeah, so you talk to this old man. He's talking about inheriting the pasta shop. But he also says that he saw the murder happen, and he's the other witness. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if this man can testify to a murder. in his condition, I don't know if he's like, I don't know if it's appropriate.
Well, look, there's a reason they cancelled this guy being the witness in lieu of having Lottie there.
Lotte. I keep calling her Lottie as well.
Sorry. One thing I want to draw attention to here is if you present him with evidence he doesn't give a fuck about, which is basically everything, he tells you about his idea for a pasta called Rainbow Lioli,
Oh, God.
which is a multicolored pasta dish. Sounds good. That's right.
I'm gonna
I
Google
just wanted to say Rainbow Lioli out
Lioli.
loud.
I'm gonna Google rainbow pasta because I'm like 99% sure that's already a thing.
Also notable, you have to show this guy your badge to progress the conversation.
You do
You do.
have to do that. They really want you to do that this case.
Oh my god, this is disgusting. I should have figured that this is exactly what it looks like, but it looks like either children's cereal or plastic. Like, just imagine, a message from the USA Today network. Of course, this is from America. But just like
the best pasta in the West.
just like I need to send you guys a picture of the most grotesque looking spaghetti I've ever seen, and could conceive of putting this into your mouth.
Oh.
Like, those look like cables.
And also, like, you have to have a sauce on top of that, which is just going to make it look even worse, I think.
Yeah.
And
It's just like butter.
and also the cereal one. This is macaroni pasta swirls with a bunch of different colors that really look like Fruit Loops.
I feel like I've seen there's pasta that's like the colors of the Italian flag, right? And it doesn't look this unnatural.
Well, this is food dye, whereas I think the ones that they make with like they have a little bit of like spinach and tomato.
Yeah, you get like
powder in
these
them.
ones which are like
Yeah.
made of
Right.
peas and lentils.
You could make good rainbow pasta, I think. This just isn't it.
It's the furthest thing from it.
This
This
just
is
isn't it.
vile. This isn't real.
I think that the spaghetti looks fine. The spirale looks pretty
You
bad.
can't think that that's
Yeah,
real.
the spaghetti looks. The red one looks like licorice,
I'm
but
showing
the
you
other
another
one's
picture of the spaghetti.
Oh, okay,
Confront
that's bad.
confront this. This is
I
not
don't wanna
fine.
eat cables.
Why are they scooping it with their hands though? That's the worst part.
Is this AI?
No,
Is this
no,
AI?
unfortunately not.
Yeah, those fingernails are right, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not really a big spaghetti head. Oh, here's like a tortellini.
I'm more of a linguine head.
Yeah,
Whatever.
tagliatelle.
Yeah,
Tagliatelle, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so good.
tagliatelle
Pretty
is
good.
very nice.
I do want to note this recipe is for easy rainbow pasta, 2 stars out of 5.
Oh,
2 stars. Wasn't easy. Cried. Wait, one more. We're getting very off track, but one more.
We have 52 minutes.
Rainbow ravioli.
It's rainbow lioli.
It's rainbow ravioli! Hey! We brought it back around,
We
baby.
pulled it back, full circle. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm closing this tab. Okay, time to pick up the pace. So Maya steals the code from the safe from the parrot, but additionally, we're basically spending the entire time taking on these personas of these two people that he knew from his previous life, and just using that to lie to him and get him to give us information, which is kind of vile. There is some.
I'm assuming that he's thinking Maya is his daughter.
Something
That's
like
how
that.
I read
yeah.
it as well.
Like either
And
daughter or
the
nephew or granddaughter.
Phoenix is his daughter's partner.
Yeah, something.
I
like
thought that it was like his 2 kids.
that. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I thought it was more nephew and niece.
We're
Well, he
splitting
says
hairs.
you can call me
Actually,
dad,
they
which is
might
like
say
implies that
nephew
it's
and
like a
niece at least
son-in-law.
at some point.
Yeah,
I see.
I also think they might. Like, that feels more right to me.
Write in your answers, please.
So in order for him to in order for him to give Phoenix and Maya the information, Phoenix has to agree to take over the noodle place when he dies, which is a big ask, but they're happy to lie to this old man and say that they'll do that. And also Phoenix talks about how Phoenix Noodles is a really good name for a food place, and to be honest, I do think that kind of fucks. I would eat at a place called Phoenix Noodles. But yeah, they also have to start calling him dad, which is kind of weird.
I don't think they even have to. They just do it.
Oh no, like in the next part of the case, Phoenix has to.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But the old man, who is, it's also worth mentioning, you never learn this old man's name. Well, in this section of the case, I assume we figure it out at some point. But he establishes that the parrot, Polly, responds to her own name, so you have to say her name as like a trigger phrase and then ask her questions after that. And before they leave, Maya asks Polly if there's anything they're forgetting, and then Polly says, "Don't forget about DL6." And they're both like, "Hey, why does this bird know about DL6? That's kind of fucked up." And then they leave.
Yeah, and then they just leave.
And then they leave.
And they get locked out.
And then, yeah,
That was the stupidest thing anyone's ever done.
very strange, very suspicious, but yeah, that's exactly what happens. They leave, they get locked out, they don't get a follow-up as to why this parrot knows about the case that happened with Edgeworth and Maya's family.
Not important.
That fucking moment, like, I remember being absolutely just, like, blown away by that when I was a kid and playing it for the first time. Like, what the fuck? The parrot knows? Like, it's
Everyone's
such a
in
big,
on
like-
it, Devin. The world knows about
Whoa.
DL6. It's a conspiracy to keep you in the dark.
Again, maybe I was in a bad mood, but I was like, yeah, okay, the parrot knows. Like, oh, we might as well be doing this.
Your sourness to this case is really funny.
It really is.
But yeah, then you go to the criminal affairs department and pressure Gumshoe to ask whether he knows about this bird. And then he gives another flashback of 2 minutes ago where you flash back to the bird telling you about DL6 again, which is really funny. And Gumshoe calls the old man an old bird, which I think is kind of funny, but I also think that's not what the term is. Because old bird to me is like specifically just a way you'd say old woman. And sorry, odd bird. Odd bird to me is like odd woman. But the usual way.
Odd bird is genderless to me.
Really? Because the genderless one for me is always when people say odd duck. But that's like a very British thing to say.
Well, what's a duck?
It's shit. Are you trying to tell me a duck is a type of bird?
That's right.
What? How?
Got wings in it.
They can't use them though. They use them to swim.
I'll have to think on this one.
Okay, so Gumshoe, it kind of seems to me like he's trying to turn a blind eye to us going to the records room to look up stuff about DL6, but he gives us access to the records room and lets us snoop around in there. And we find out that during DL6, the room that everyone ended up dying in, just in the courthouse, which it was a surprise to me. And not only that, you find out that one of the reasons that, well, not the reason that Edgeworth died, but the reason that, Gregory Edgeworth died was the reason that Gregworth died was because they were put in this high pressure situation where they were experiencing an earthquake on an elevator, and the elevator gets trapped, and they start running out of oxygen on the elevator.
Now, I'm an engineer.
I love when you play this card.
This is insane.
This is insane!
You could punch out the top panel of basically any elevator you like.
Maybe there were rocks on top of it. Because of the
Maybe
earthquake.
there were rocks on top of it.
It was welded shut to perfect precision.
I can't...
They had vacuum sealed doors.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah, that's the bit that's fucking with me. It's like, even if this elevator were like buried under a pile of rubble, there is no way that they could have run out of oxygen. That's crazy to me.
Did.
But it's not even that relevant either, because I don't think they're running out of oxygen. Like, they could... Like, Gregworth could have been shot
I think
because
it's
the
going
guy...
to be relevant.
Yeah, it probably will be. Gregworth could have been shot because the other guy was like, I've got to save all the oxygen for myself. And shot...
Right.
They do say that Yanni Yogi, the third person in the elevator, suffered brain damage from it and lost his memory of what happened, which is one of the reasons that they start
Interesting.
bringing in...
It's probably not important.
Probably not important.
I'm trying to stick to what we've talked about in this part of the case. That's one of the reasons why they bring in Misty, I think, although it's not deliberately like said like that explicitly. But it's also like, I assume one of the reasons that Robert Hammond was able to get him found innocent is because like there was some ambiguity there.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish our case would be dismissed for some kind of ambiguity.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for the next day of trials.
We open in the courtroom here, right?
Yeah. It goes straight into it.
Yeah.
And the first thing that happens is Von Karma says, today's trial will end in 3 minutes. And then he laughs
My
like the
first
Jigsaw
note
Killer.
on this day says, what is this guy's fucking problem?
I know, right? So, and before
It is
you even
insane.
get to, like, cross-examining or anything that requires manual input, the 3 minutes already expire. Just from, like, communicating with him, the judge, and the first witness.
Well, it's because he's like, okay, it's been 3 minutes, like, so we're not going to do a cross-examination, right? And the judge grows a small fraction of a spine and is like, no, what are you talking about?
Von Karma's reaction to the trial not being over in 3 minutes is extreme. Like, his eyes go white and he slams his desk and screams.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Horrible,
that
actually.
he thought that would work. So yeah, the old man is the first witness, and Von Karma says he is eligible to stand as a witness to the murder because he has clear memory of everything within the last, what was it, like 7 years, but nothing before that.
I think they just say several
Years.
but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's very curious that Yami Yugi had like brain damage and a bad memory, and then we've got this guy who has brain damage and a bad memory, and is also involved in this murder to a tangential degree. And we don't know what his name is. It's curious. I'm curious by it.
good to be curious.
It's
That's
great to
the
be
game.
curious.
If only we had like a name that you can attach to a face right now.
Also, I believe that they do also say, oh, it's weird that Yanayogi disappeared after that trial.
Very suspicious. Like, I honestly thought after this trial, the old man was just gonna die. Like, he was gonna collapse and die.
Oh,
my
there's still
God.
time yet.
Um,
This case is airtight.
so his
Yeah.
testimony is basically that he sees a guy get off the boat after firing the gun, and it's Edgeworth, and he walks past saying, "I can't believe he's dead." So Edgeworth confirmed at scene of crime.
I can't believe he did it.
Which, whenever I've played this, I've been like, that's not really. Yeah, he was there, but like, I can't believe he's dead. That doesn't really sound like something a killer would say, where they don't know there's a witness hiding in a shack. But whatever.
I can't
What do
believe
know?
that bullet I
and-
shot him with killed him.
And this is so convincing to the judge that he literally finds Edgeworth guilty, and I'm like, at the end of last case, you were like, oh, there's no way he fired that gun. Like, make your fucking mind up.
He ruminated on his actions of the previous day and was like, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. That was very brash of me.
I think Von Karma was like, said something to him in between, you know?
Yeah. He like rolled over
so
in the bed
true.
next to him and was like, listen, we have to have a talk.
Not this. Not this.
You're so right. Horrifying. So Edgeworth gets declared guilty. I forgot this happens and was like, oh shit, where did I fuck up? I thought I had this down by now,
They have an
but
instant
clearly
death
not.
mechanic.
I also thought that, so I was like, is my luck finally run out?
But no, we are saved by our Lord and Saviour, Larry Butts.
But hang on, before that, as soon as he says, like, guilty and the text comes up and everything, the judge says, like, oh, you'll be held in the jail until you're sentencing at a higher court, which is the first time we've heard anything about this, and I genuinely didn't remember him ever saying something like that in the games before. And I was like, okay, there's a real hint to, like, something else going on here, which is really weird.
The Court of Angels. This is where
Yeah.
lives are changed. Yeah, it's also worth mentioning that after the end of his testimony, the caretaker falls asleep and doesn't wake up. And then Phoenix, in order to wake him up, Phoenix screams, "Dad!" and then he collapses and falls over.
So good.
So yeah, but Larry Butts has jumped onto the stage and in order to save the day, so to speak. And I don't know if this is allowed. I'm pretty sure this is very
It's
not
almost
allowed.
certainly a crime.
This is because like I'm pretty sure witnesses have to be approved by the court.
Yeah, we have Gumshoe like writing up papers for it, right?
Yeah, and Larry definitely didn't do that. So this is big crime that Larry's doing. But regardless, Phoenix says that thing that was quoted earlier about we have to hear out all witnesses in order to assure that we've passed fair judgment. And so they're all just like, well, you've convinced me.
We'll just go back on what I said. Not guilty anymore. Jokes. Tricks. tea.
And now, dear listeners, is where things get very scary for me. Because I made a critical mistake in this first contradiction.
A major boo-boo.
In that I thought I'd picked the right evidence and got a wrong answer. So I was kind of lost. What happened was I watched the action replay thanks to Steam's new beta recording feature or whatever, and I realized that I'd simply picked the wrong evidence, but I did not think this at the time. So I went down to my last life almost immediately on the second day of the trial. And in a Hail Mary, I then picked the same, supposedly the same thing I thought I picked before, and it was right this time.
Huh.
So I got there on the skin of my teeth.
The real Stone experience.
And the contradiction, I found it weird that we're working through contradictions here where we could have just skipped right ahead to where this confirms. So I guess we had to work through the motions. But Larry's testimony is that he hears a single gunshot, and he looked out on the lake and there was nothing there. So we have to say, well, hold on. Everyone's testimony says there was 2 gunshots. So what's going on here?
This is where it finally comes into play. Wait, there is one thing that happened before Larry's testimony that I didn't get to mention, because they do adjourn for a little break before he gives his testimony, and this is the part where you ask Edgeworth why his fingerprints are on the murder weapon, and he's and he's just like, yeah, sorry about that, I forgot to mention. Yeah, like it takes him until this long to just tell you, yeah, I just kind of picked up the gun because I was like shocked. And it's like so many parts of this case could have been resolved if Edgeworth just told us from the beginning what was going on that lake.
Or literally anything.
Or literally
At all.
anything at all, yeah.
Also, there's a great line where, right at the beginning of the cross-examination with Larry, he's like, I'm a witness. I'm like a customer here, so you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? And I'm like,
Please treat me niceys.
Larry Butts, everybody.
One thing that I'd gotten wrong for a lot of this case is when Lotta talked about hearing 2 shots and had 2 pictures, I always assumed that, because the first picture she took was at 11:50 and the second was at 12:15. I thought those were the 2 shots that she heard, but apparently they weren't. And because Larry talks about, oh, I heard the first shot and then I like packed up my stuff and left. And I was like, yeah, that's like, but like you should have heard it, because you end up calling him out on the fact that he only heard 1 shot. But I was like, oh, but there was like a 25-minute window between the 2 shots that Lotta heard. So it's more than reasonable that he would have been able to pack up his stuff and leave without hearing the second one. But it turns out that both of the shots Lotta heard were at 12:15. The game just never really mentions that specifically, I don't think.
It does. I feel like this is why we are working through the motions here, was to figure out this inconsistency.
Yeah. Because it mentions that she hears them, like, close together, but I don't know what this game considers close together.
Yeah, and especially since you only get the 2 photos, like, really there should be 3 photos. Because the 2 shots, 2 photos for the later 2 shots, and then 1 for the beginning one. But I guess for the sake of, like, not just doubling up on evidence, they only give you 1 photo for the 2 shots close together. But yeah, I can see how that, like, is kind of confusing, for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe
just kind of threw me
maybe
through
they
a loop.
were so close together that the cameras were still, like, winding film or something like that.
Well, we know that there was a pause between the shots, given what we find out a bit later. But also, another very funny thing that happens in this bit is when you call him out on his first contradiction, Larry corrects himself, and the judge asks for order in the court and for everyone to stop booing him.
Oh, so good.
Which is very funny.
Yeah, that's when it turns out he was listening to music really loudly.
Yeah,
and
he was listening to
and
music on his
everyone's
radio.
just, like, booing him. And he makes a very fair point, which is just like, I'm allowed to listen to music.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm alone, like,
what?
looking for my Gordy. There's no one else around. Why would I not be allowed to listen to music?
He was lonely.
He was lonely. It was Christmas
Yeah.
Eve.
His girlfriend's in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Like, come on, guys. Like, your girlfriend is in Hawaii on Christmas instead of with you.
She's working.
Right. On Christmas.
It's not that important.
Right. Don't worry about it.
But the radio DJ says something important, and Tumblr loves this one. Went wild for this one.
It's a good bit.
It's such a good bit.
Who wants to say it?
So the situation is as this. Larry says he can recall when he heard the second gunshot, even though he was listening to the radio, because he remembers exactly what the DJ was saying, because he was listening very attentively to her, because she had a sexy voice, which is hilariously pathetic. And she was saying, in between the songs, she was saying, it's almost Christmas time, folks. And we know for a fact that the shots that Lotta heard were past midnight. So Phoenix slams both of his fists down on the table in defiance and says, "Did you hear that, Your Honor? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas."
And the crowd goes
And the crowd
wild.
goes
And the
wild.
crowd goes wild.
The crowd goes wild. And then Von Karma calls Larry sus because he has no say and no control over what he says in front of the court. And they finally bring up the fact that the gun was fired 3 times. Finally. Like, it's been something that I'm sure every single one of us was like, when is this going to be relevant?
So true.
And then Phoenix goes on like a rampage from this point. He literally does. This is the first time he's ever been like in full control of the situation. He presents like a new theory with justifiable evidence and backs it up with like all of the stuff that he's collected over the past couple days. And he presents the theory that the person, oh god, it's convoluted. The person in the boats, the 2 people in the boat weren't Edgeworth and the victim. It was Edgeworth and the caretaker, who Edgeworth thought was the victim because he hasn't seen Robert Hammond in 15 years. And what the caretaker did was he shot once to get people's attention, then shoot again so that people saw and heard it, and then jumped into the water so people would think the other person in the boat shot him.
While he's saying this, the testifying music is playing underneath it, which is just a really good thing of recontextualizing that music. And there's another example earlier where when you're like accusing Larry of making Gordy via the Steel Samurai, the court music starts playing as well.
Yeah, I thought that was
I think it's
cute.
really
So
fun that like
good.
we've got to that point where you've like set it up to the point where you can use it for like interesting subversions.
There's also a bit in this whole sweep that Phoenix is going through where you have to select like a section of the map of Gourd Lake where the murder must have actually happened, because he says it couldn't have happened on the lake because that first shot happened so closely that Larry could hear it through his headphones. And I clicked just in front of the boathouse, and apparently that wasn't right because you have to click directly on the boathouse, which made me really upset because immediately after that, the section I just clicked starts glowing bright green, being like, oh, it must have happened here. And it's also very funny that Edgeworth didn't mention any of this. Like the fact that the guy jumped into the lake or anything.
He didn't say shit about shit.
He doesn't say shit about fuck, and it's very annoying. And Phoenix has basically established that the murder took place at, what was it, 11:50? So on Christmas Eve, not on Christmas Day, when the
it's
very
Christmas.
first picture was taken. And the judge demands that the bailiff bring the caretaker back in, and it turns out that the caretaker is dead.
No,
Is
incorrect.
Not that.
Well, you don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
We don't know where the caretaker
Well,
is. at this point.
first of all, what happens is we actually get a little time of questioning Edgeworth. And Edgeworth
Yeah.
starts talking, finally. And then the bailiff comes and interrupts. And I throw out my hands and I'm like, well, what are we even doing here?
We will never talk to this man.
Yeah, the bailiff comes in and announces to the whole court that the caretaker is dead.
Has fled.
The caretaker is fled. Yeah, he's gone. It's kind of weird that he just sort of left.
Lost him.
Yeah, a little suspicious. Walked out. Well, maybe he was just confused.
Well, surely we're going to have to get some top investigators on this case.
Yeah.
The idiot lawyer
The
and his 16-year-old.
prosecutors and courts really trust the police. It really helps.
Yeah, and that's the end of trial 2, pretty much. Is judge says, hey, we're gonna have to postpone this because of this new evidence you've brought forward. You're gonna have to spend a whole day trying to track this guy down and figure out what he knows. When you go back into the lobby, Maya says sometimes it feels like it's us on trial. And while I understand what she means by that, it's a very funny thing to say considering that the people we're defending will be murdered if we fuck up.
She would know. She's been on trial.
It's true. Sometimes it is her on trial, but not Phoenix. Well,
Yeah.
actually, Phoenix was...
Also Phoenix.
Sometimes they have been on trial.
We talked to Edgeworth. I didn't make any notes on this.
Would you talk to Edgeworth?
He's like, hey, I think I did kill somebody.
I've been having these
Oh, wait, I did
dreams.
make a note on this.
I've been having these dreams about murder.
And he's been like increasingly more distracted this entire time, which I
Yeah.
think for a long time you can just put down to like he's nervous about the trial, and then it just becomes very clear that like, nah, it's not about the trial. Like he should be really happy, and he ain't. Like he is not that. Yeah, he wants to tell us about a nightmare about a crime that he has committed, a nightmare about a murder,
Bum bum bum.
and that's where we stopped on that bombshell.
And that bombshell.
Any thoughts about that, gang?
Nah. Goodbye.
Speak soon. Thanks for podcast.
Okay, but for real, there are probably thoughts to be had on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Adam hates it. Let's address that first. Adam hates this case.
I don't think I hate this case. I think the rigmarole of going around and collecting evidence and coming across the barriers was starting to wear thin on me here. I don't think that's necessarily a problem with the case, well, it was a problem with the game. And again, I've mentioned this before, it's that I've played multiple games that are simply just evolutions on this. I played the Danganronpa series, which came out in like 2010, I think the first one did, 2009, about then. Which, having played Phoenix right now, I can tell you that they are clearly an evolution on that formula. I played Paradise Killer, which is a game where you go and collect all the evidence, and you have to piece it together yourself, basically. You can collect the evidence completely out of order. And so I think I'm just a little tired of the confines of the way that this game progresses. But It's a me issue. This game came out in 2001.
I genuinely think that I agree with you that part of it is that the games that you've played and enjoyed are like an evolution on the formula. But I also think that Phoenix Wright is just more of a story-based game than a puzzle game.
Yeah.
And hearing you be like, I'm excited to do some puzzles in the first episode, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, have you got another game you got lined up? Or
I did some puzzle work here, but
There's some puzzles.
yeah. Again, also the fact that this is like the one case that I know the most about is not helping. There's some more stuff I know about day 3 in regards to some revelations. So, I actually don't know a lot about the DL6 incident, so I did sit down and try and theorize that, but I think realistically, I'm not going to get anything until we break down the events of what happened in that elevator, which, hey, I wonder what's going to happen in day 3 of this trial.
Nothing weird, probably.
Nothing weird.
just paperwork.
Yeah.
It's all sorted now, right?
Yeah, we won.
But also, like, I don't know, sitting down and looking at this from start to finish. So, what do we have that's still open? We've got the elevator incident, sure. We have the scene at the beginning where we see the quote-unquote murder take place, where somebody says, 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. And now the perfect opportunity presents itself at last. I shall have my revenge. So we can only assume that this is the murderer that's saying this and not Edgeworth. So what's going on there?
I think it's Edgeworth.
So someone kills Richard Hammond and attempts to pin it on Miles Edgeworth. What's the story there?
I think it's Edgeworth, but the revenge isn't murder. It was going to be like a fishing contest.
Whoever fishes Gordy wins.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever fishes Gordy gets to go to the
He
hunter's
was going
exam.
to the lake to see Gordy.
Based on the information we have, it's like, okay, does he want revenge for the oxygen starvation incident that affected his life so badly? But also we have the information that Misty was like, yeah, this is the guy who did it. And at this point, we have to take her word as truth, because that's just the tone of the video game. So that's where I'm at. Silence from the peanut gallery.
I can't say anything either way, can I?
Two of these annoying
Yeah.
silence.
Where are you at, Ro?
I liked it. I had a good time. I had a better time with this case than I did with any of the other ones by like a pretty significant margin. I thought the writing was a lot tighter. I thought the mystery was something I was more invested in because of Edgeworth as a character. I thought it had some really nice little moments with the other characters. I found a lot of the side content a lot less tedious and annoying. Like, even though there was a lot of walking around talking to people, it never felt, like, obtuse or that it wasn't doing anything to progress me towards the goal that I had. And, like, Lotta was fun to interact with, and a lot the environments that we went to were interesting. I like Gord Lake as, like, a setting for a murder mystery. And like, the trials were engaging. I like Von Karma as a bad guy. I have very, very little criticisms about this case as a whole, and the ones that I have, I'm pretty sure I got off my chest during the rest of this podcast.
I didn't like getting rushed in court. That made me upset.
That made me mad and sad.
Very valid.
If they actually put, like, a time limit on the responses you can give, that would be fucked.
That'd be horrific, actually. I think I'd die.
I don't think you'd die. I think someone else would die.
Yeah, it could be both. I cannot be rushed.
I'm perfectly resigned to the fact that this game is 1,000,000 years old, and therefore the statute of limitations has run out on blatantly posting spoilers online, and so I know a lot about this case. Truly, beyond this one case, which admittedly is supposedly the high point of the entire series, I don't know anything. I know about the clown woman, that's it.
Oh, yeah, I also know about the clown woman. We've all seen the gifts of the clown woman.
The clown woman is so far away, don't worry about that.
The only other thing I know that hasn't come up yet is also in this case. I didn't know it was in this case, but I know now.
Yeah, the only other thing I know that hasn't come up is also something from this case that I'm pretty sure I know is going to happen. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, like, in an earlier episode. Or at least to Jay or Devin at some point.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it in the first episode when you guys were asking what we know about Phoenix, right? And I was like, I know this one thing, and you were like, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Your
we're talking
candid
about
response
the same
every time
thing.
I know more than I should. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to being completely in the dark again. I don't want to pass judgment on this case because I want the whole thing in front of me first.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe I was just in a bad mood. I don't even think this is a bad case. I just think I've been running into adventure game staples. I wanna do a wall run and then backflip into like a roundhouse kick or something. You know?
I don't think Phoenix can do that without breaking a few bones.
I don't think Phoenix can do that either.
Don't worry about it.
I wanna do a double jump. I want Phoenix to go, yahoo! And do a triple jump.
I want Phoenix to BLJ his way into the podium in the courthouse.
Yeah. I think Missile could do
worry
a
about
BLG based on how fast.
Based on how fast he ate
out.
1 million hot dogs. We didn't even mention that, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
You mentioned
Yeah,
his
okay.
10,000 yip attack, but we didn't actually mention what.
Yeah,
Like,
that ate all the hot dogs.
Did we say verbatim that he ate every single hot dog in that hot dog stand, and it made Maya very sad because there were no hot dogs left for her to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because I didn't do that in this case, and then you said it, and I was like, oh, I didn't do that, and now I'm sad I didn't do that.
And then you threatened to throw
I mean,
him
not,
into the
not
ocean.
to make Maya sad.
She's the best character, to be honest.
She really is. It's so true.
So are we not allowed to rate it then? Because we haven't finished the case.
You can if you like. I am going to abstain.
I don't think there's any need to rate it. I think we should rate it at the end.
Okay, I will say from the top that my current feelings for this case, like how I feel about it and like the way it's going, I feel like by the end of this, I'm going to give it something in the 8,000 to 9,000 range.
Sure.
God, I
Good to
forgot
know.
about your rating system. Incredible. Incredible.
But we'll see something more decisive next time.
Yeah, the end of this case.
The end of this case. The end
Hell yeah.
of the first game, unless you play the new version.
Which
Which we're playing.
everyone does now, so it hasn't been the end for a long, long time. But yeah, I'm looking forward
Sweet.
to it.
I'm so scared of what might happen. I hope Edgeworth gets
Yeah.
convicted as guilty and he dies, but then he comes back.
Like
Don't worry
Jesus.
about it. Jesus.
That's what Christmas is all
I don't
about.
think Jesus died from. I don't think Jesus died because he murdered someone, though.
I'm seeing so clearly
I mean,
in
I
my
don't know,
mind's
were
eye,
you
like
there?
a vision of like exactly Ace Attorney style courtroom case, but it's the Romans and Jesus.
Yeah, I see it.
I play it.
I'd play it.
That's gonna happen.
Wow, Ace 27 confirmed.
About fucking time.
We go back to the origins of justice.
Yes. This is the end of
It
our.
was invented by Jesus, I'm pretty sure it's how that works.
Yeah, he was the first person to invent the concept of justice.
Yeah.
Before then, everyone else just suffered badly forever.
I mean, if you take what the Bible says at face value, then yeah.
Nobody ever had any comeuppance. I don't know. I feel like what happened when the world got all wet was some form of justice.
When the world got all
That
wet.
is what happened, right?
Sure.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Probably the kind of justice they support in this world where they kill everybody for doing any crime.
It's the world that people want to see is the thing. People want to see a world where the only where the law is so totalitarian that the only punishment that can be given is murder, even for something trivial.
Parking
I think they
ticket.
should reform the legal system so that if anyone commits a crime, the whole country gets flooded.
Holy shit.
There's a game.
Okay, well, much
that
like
note.
everyone on Earth who wasn't Noah and the animals, I feel like we're treading water a little bit here.
Like, this is our low energy episode because it's early and we're all a little out of it.
I'm so hungry. I haven't had lunch.
Me neither. None of us have had
Yeah,
lunch.
same.
Okay, we got 11 minutes. We're wrapping this thing up. We didn't do
Okay,
socials
okay,
at
yeah,
the beginning, if people want to do those.
No.
My name is Ro. Good luck finding me on the internet, officer. I've given you none of the clues.
Okay, well, that's my bit.
Me too.
You didn't invent the movie The Snowman. I mean the book.
No, I meant the not giving socials bit, not the snowman bit.
You do keep making.
My name's
that
Adam.
joke,
You can find me catching the really large moth on my ceiling immediately after this recording
though.
ends.
Like a cat.
My name's Devon. I do have social media. I might never update it again, but I do have it at algae_dust.
And what are you going to do right after this, Devon?
I've got to go to work, which is
Yeah.
awful. I gotta go make cocktails, which is awful.
I'm so
But
sorry.
maybe I'll drink a cocktail, which is less awful.
That does sound good. Grease the wheels.
And finally, our
Jay?
host.
J.M. Costello. I also truly wish that I would not post anymore. Posting is bad.
Posting is one of the
worst
sins
part.
that Jesus died for, and yet we still do it.
It's so true.
But when Jesus did it, it was no, we can't do this. We can't do this.